Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
Lift off and the clock has started.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so, well, long story short, it's another episode of Under Further Review, okay? We're here, I'm here, the council's here. Guys, say hello.
Hello.
There they are. That worked out. Today is an episode where we have our first guest standing naked in front of the council with their playlist in hand. And we're going to either enjoy it or we're going to kick him in the dong, okay?
Should have shaved his bush.
I got my fingers crossed for dong kicks. Let's go.
And that is our good friend Jeremiah Steele. Oh my God, dude. Let's get this thing going. So I'm going to say, Jeremiah, you introduced me to Blood Cultures, the first track on this list.
It's my favorite band. They are 100% my favorite band right now. I love everything they've ever done. They could do no wrong. And I just think they're the greatest. I think the 3 albums they've got are perfect. And I think what they do socially is amazing. I love Blood Cultures very much.
Word. I will say, like, I definitely got really into this album when you introduced it to me. And I thought this was just a great way to open up the playlist in general. It was a great, like, you know, sucks you kind of in. But what about you guys?
Yeah, I felt like it was definitely a good opening song. Kind of just had a vibe. I don't know why, but I kept thinking this is good, like, morning music, something I could start my day with. Dude. But little on the boring side, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But not bad.
No, I get it. I get it.
Gavel throw.
Fine.
How loud's that gavel right now?
Turn it up.
I liked it a lot.
Turn it up.
That stuff's right up my alley. I've never actually heard them, but I'm gonna have to dig into their stuff. Definitely, like, I started listening to it yesterday. I went on a walk and I was like, not expecting that at all.
Dude,
like, it's just a good vibe just to have a walk in the park too.
Word.
Yeah.
Like,
But
Jameson,
yeah,
you mentioned morning. I was pulling espresso at like 6 a.m. the other morning, and this just like turned this on, and it was just like fucking magic. It was
Yeah.
Nick, what'd you think about it?
I liked it. Like, I mean, Jameson said, it's a vibe. It's a good vibe. It's a nice chill thing to listen to. I actually really liked the sort of lo-fi production it had to it. I thought that brought the chill levels to maximum.
Lo-fi
Maximum chill.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, I don't have too much to say about it. It was a good track.
Lovely track.
What
So,
about you, McGrady?
I need to precursor. That's not the right word, but whatever. I need to. So it always goes this way when Jeremiah shows me music. Like, he could show me 100 tracks, and 70 of them I'm like, nah. And then like 5 to 10, I'm like, I fucking love this. And that's how this went. Also, I took notes because I've been in school all week, and so I'm in that mode.
I have notes too.
And nice.
Yeah.
And I was in a bad mood because I forgot my vape at home, so I was deprived of nicotine and caffeine. So I'm going to revise this a little bit, but what I wrote was boring lo-fi, unimpressive, unimpressive Tame Impala wannabe.
Yeah. Get it.
I think that's a bit of a backhanded.
It's a bit much.
Track one.
That's good.
But
Get
to
it.
be
Off the
fair,
bat.
I had some wine. I smoked a cigarette. I feel better now, and there's nothing bad about it. It's like everything you guys said was great, but it's like lo-fi is not my favorite thing, and I think after looking over these notes, like I would have liked this more like 6 years ago when I was really into like Tame Impala and Grizzly Bear and stuff like that. But it's not bad.
I love Grizzly Bear, and like I said, I had to trim. Like, I had 5 hours of music, and I just had to okay, I'm gonna pick shit that represents that best represents a genre that I really like. And on the
We
heavier
call
side
it a
of things,
genre around here, okay?
Genre.
Yeah,
Get your
sorry,
pronunciation
genre. Genre. I go for as much chaos as I possibly can when it comes to specific genres, and and it really came out in the metal side of this. But a lot of this quieter tracks are very organized and either lo-fi. I mean, this is not the only lo-fi track on the playlist for sure, but I can understand the Tame Impala reference.
I like that about it. So
yeah.
multifaceted.
Speaking of lo-fi,
I don't think I've ever actually heard a Tame Impala song. I know they're a meme in the music community.
I
Yeah.
love Tame Impala.
To be honest, I've only really banged like one track from Tame Impala once, and then like I kind of stopped paying. I just haven't it's never grabbed my attention. I've always heard about Tame Impala and everything. My
I
little
can take
bro-
you guys on a journey.
their new album is not very
I
good.
could take you on. A
No,
journey.
it's not.
Like I hear it on this radio station, listen to it, and I'm like, God, what is this?
It's so fucking boring.
I'm like, ugh. Because their
Elephant
earlier stuff was
fucks.
okay, but
Dudes. Okay.
Well, speaking
so,
of attention grabbers,
yeah, I was just gonna say the hard cut to the next track was like really interesting in the morning. Knocked Loose. I mean, I guess Counting Worms by Knocked Loose. Excuse me.
Yeah. They're from the East Coast. They are hard. Yeah. Okay, so that's like the second coolest fucking thing to do right now. It's just you get a dog, and it's not the only dog bark on the playlist either.
It's
But, like,
not.
nope.
Love
if
it.
you're a cool band, you fucking dog bark, and I'm super all about
DMX.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yes,
DMX.
it. R.I.P. the GOAT for sure.
Dude,
So
Um,
if
we used to
it's-
drive around and bark at people if they were like if they looked at us in the
should.
car.
if dog barking is the second coolest, what's the first coolest?
Glass
it comes
break.
up later. It comes up later in the playlist.
The first coolest is
I-
Drive-By Hardcore Dancing.
This song. Do you remember when you guys were? Remember when we were all younger and we got Beauty and the Breakdown for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was like The Color of Money for Others or whatever the fuck that album's called. Cover Your Tracks or whatever.
Color of Money, that sounds familiar.
This song just takes me back to listening to Bury Your Dead for the first time and just needing to throw bows and pick up change as fast as possible. Like I fucking love, and it came out like
swinging over
2
here.
years ago.
This
Like
song did?
these kids,
Wait, how
these
long
kids
is,
are.
how
What's
long
up?
have you been? How long has Knocked Loose been around? Because they're the go-to band. If someone is asking you about hardcore music, someone is immediately going to say Knocked Loose is who you're going to listen to. Like,
They're
how long
like
have these guys been
Relative
around?
under a decade. I want to say under 8 years.
Weird.
I want to say since 2014,
Yep.
maybe.
14
Really?
was their first album.
There's still new hardcore bands in 2014.
And
They
they're
thought they were dead.
I didn't include the oldest song on here is from 2013. Everything else is current.
Okay.
The fucking this was the reason I included them is because there's so many other bands in this fucking like resurgence of hardcore that it would just be redundant to fucking include them. I mean, I did another one 3-4 songs later after this, but it was just to like that genre's not dead and it's still breathing and there's really good bands in it and Knock Loose fucking slaps.
Slaps.
Yes. I really fucking enjoyed this. Like
I'm
For
with
sure.
you, Jameson.
Like,
I'm
no
with
one's
you.
surprised.
this had like the ideal like energy for a hardcore song, like just in general metal. It got me pumped up immediately. It didn't remind me of Bury Your Dead. Immediately I heard it and I thought of the Warriors, if you guys remember.
Oh, I remember the
Yeah, I
Warriors.
remember them.
Yeah, and so, but fuck yeah, this song's awesome, and I'm gonna listen to the rest of the album.
Good. I'm
I
super glad to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah.
thought it was a good fucking pick too, man. Definitely, it was like
I thought-
again while listening to this in the morning, which is what I usually do with these. it was just like as I'm like drinking that espresso, this song is going, and I'm just like
Caffeine's picking up and you're peaking.
yeah,
Starts, like,
I'm going.
Into the track.
Double bass.
These first 3 tracks.
I
go
literally
boom,
opened the
boom.
fridge and punched the milk. So
Punch
Punch
that
the soy
almond
milk.
Gonna
Yeah.
open the fridge, punch that non-dairy.
yeah,
The
I
obvious
enjoyed
joke.
it.
No, they're both good morning songs, which is why if you took all the not metal or heavy songs and put them on a single playlist, and then took all the heavy songs and put them on their own playlist, they would be the same curve. Like they kind of go shot for shot each time. I feel like they match each other's energy for the most part. There's some that don't towards the end.
It's pretty bipolar, your playlist. I like it.
I definitely.
That's how I listen to music. Like I want the dynamics. Like if you're eating caramel, like it's better when it's salted. If you're eating chocolate, it's better when it's salted. The contrast of salty and sweet. Contrast is the best. Dynamics is everything. And so that's how I listen to music on a daily basis. And I've listened to this playlist every day for the last month and a half, honing it and refining it and replacing songs and trying to make it better. And it's better when things clash, but it ended up flowing, unfortunately, which is not my intention.
Oh no.
Well, what? Okay, so what brought you to the next track then? So we went from
Yeah.
fucking like Knocked Loose to Spoon, which was a much better Spoon song pick than I picked.
I didn't realize you had Spoon on your playlist.
Oh, don't worry.
Your episode hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't, but it yeah.
That's
Anyway,
awesome that
this
we
was a
both
better
chose
song.
Spoon, though.
This was a better track.
That album from Spoon is really, really, really good. And I actually just started listening to it this last week. A lot of these songs, like I've been editing this up until Sunday when Jared got it from me. So a lot of these songs I just discovered within the last month. Not a lot of them, but a few of them. And Spoon, I listened to Do You, another one of their songs, and I really like his vocal tone, like a lot. And when this song came out, it just kind of fucked me up for a minute. And it's a good goddamn song. They remind me of Keen, like one of those malevolent
Keen.
bands that just can't do no wrong. Like
Keen?
if I'm going for
Did you say
medium,
Keen can't do no wrong?
Yeah, no, I
Keen
like
had a
Keen
handful
quite a
of
bit.
songs.
Ooh.
Keen still has a handful of songs. I like Keen
Oh,
quite
boy.
a bit. They're
Let's just say I'm
not
glad Keen
close to
didn't
my
make
heart.
it on the list.
You're not
Dude.
keen to them.
somewhere only we know. Almost did. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
No.
I
Anyway,
like
yeah.
Keen. Yeah. So tell me how everyone felt about this.
Yeah.
I like Spoon. I've always like Britt Daniels' voice is very, very like you can tell that it's him. So I remember a long time ago, say 2003, he did this like small EP with Bright Eyes, and yeah, I'll have to find that song because it's really good. But there's like a few other people on that EP, but it's like that's fucking Britt Daniels. It's like you hear his voice and you fucking know it. But a lot of their stuff's. I wasn't a big fan of the one Jared put on there. Like Give Me Fiction, that was such a good album. Like,
to be fair, this is the only Spoon album I've ever listened to. I've never given a fuck outside of this shit. I don't know what their other albums sound like.
There's some like earlier, like 2004.
I remember
2005.
Underdog for sure, but that
Like I
didn't
Summon
impress me.
You, The Way That We Get By.
So-
Really good songs.
So speaking of not giving a fuck, I'm gonna yeah, hey, go ahead and hit it.
Yes.
I'm gonna read my notes and I'm gonna stick by them. I'm gonna revise some of them, but this one I stick by. I wrote basic AF, boring, repetitive, and that kind of sums it up. I don't know, it just doesn't grab me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Totally. It is very repetitive for sure. Just
Spoons
something
are for
about the-
eating, not for listening to.
How did you do during Toy Story 4? Did you enjoy that? movie?
Never seen it.
Oh, okay. It's propaganda.
I like this track. I mean, the last Spoon
So do
track
I.
we listened to was not very engaging. I did not like that song. That's your fault, Jared.
I'm sorry.
You did this.
This song, I actually enjoyed this song, and I'm and since two of you guys have now put this on your playlist, and I've liked one of the songs, I'm probably gonna go check out some more Spoon in my free time.
Hey.
It was.
I would say at least that album for sure.
I mean, you guys are saying it's repetitive, but I don't think it's as repetitive as we perceive it to be, because there's always changes coming with like all the different movements of the song. There's that whole like middle section where the dude spazzes out on like the chime harp thing. Okay.
What is that?
What's going on?
Is that me?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Hold
Yeah.
on, hold on.
I think I'm currently listening.
There we go.
My
I have no.
ringtone.
Sorry, my iPad's acting up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Man. Well, we got a
Uh,
little concert there.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
might be.
think I'm hearing that part that you're describing, Nick, right now.
The chimey bit.
Yeah,
I like that. It had that sort of the harp arpeggio chimey bit that happened, like that they just go nuts on. And it was just a very. I listened to it while I was walking the dog, and there was a light breeze, and I was watching the clouds go by, and it was just a really nice thing to listen to.
I did like that part.
So,
Jameson, what about you?
Yeah, I had heard about Spoon even before my exposure from Jared, but never listened to them. And that in my notes was this is a much better exposure to Spoon than The Ghost of You Lingers. But yeah, it's good. I'll listen to this album. I thought it was just kind of catchy, and like I've noticed a lot of your music in here kind of has a vibe to it. Like there's one of two vibes. There's that good, just kind of indie listening to like music, or it's kind of, well, we'll get to what it is later on.
We'll get to that. So the next track kind of almost like blends right into the end of that.
I
Spoon
know.
track, which I thought was really clever.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
my bad.
I liked it, but again, this is another group that you had recently introduced me to, Turnstile, and the track's Mystery, and it fucking, like, again, this track, in my opinion, fucking bangs. So
It's my second favorite song off the album. The first song is a slow 80s ballad, so I couldn't put it on here because it doesn't have the energy. They have really like punk rock forward songs. This is another band that could be considered in the Knock Loose category, but this album is super experimental for them. They usually are like hard, fast punk, and then they kind of, and I'm hopefully on track when I say this shit, but they kind of invented or fused a couple of genres together and have created this thing that's like dream punk or like shoe punk or whatever you want to call it. It's like punk gaze, or it's this blending of
the punk gaze.
That's not
the
a
punk
genre.
gaze. And
What is that? It's just studs. Just you just have a stud.
it's the same thing as Vaporwave, where it's or Mall Soft. It's an aesthetic.
I could see that.
Fair.
I think what it is to me reminds me of Band of Horses, but if Band of Horses is slightly harder rocking,
Huh. I like that.
because
That's-
his voice
Yeah.
in the echo is a lot like Band of Horses, but then you have more of a
Yeah,
punk, like
definitely
having the
some similarities
bass
there.
rolling.
Yeah, I
That's
like
what
that
got out of
comparison.
it. But I liked it for sure.
Yeah. I enjoyed this track too. I thought it was just a nice little banger to listen to. I wasn't a fan of the production on it, but like probably like you're saying, that has to do with their new genre. Their genre.
They're sure. Yeah.
Overall, I thought the song was super good, and I'm definitely gonna be checking out some more Turnstile.
That the album as a whole is really good. They really did put together, like, some bands just write songs and put them on an album. Some bands write an album, and they really did take punk to the next level when they're like, we're gonna write an album. They did great. So it's hard to like pick one slice out of that gigantic pie, because the pie is what represents itself, not the individual slices.
So I don't know if I totally stand by this still, but I wrote down high school guitar tone. And so maybe more of what Nick's saying about the production. Like, yeah, I didn't love the guitar tone. I think I got hung up on that because I said it sounds like Volbeat made a punk album. Not vocals, but the rest of it. I made it. There's a frowning face too. So
Yeah, spot on.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I hate Volbeat, but that's
They're the
really
fucking
funny.
worst.
I saw
They're
them live.
almost as bad as Devin Townsend.
Shut your fucking ass.
Oh, I love Kingdom so much.
Not one
I love that
fucking
song so
podcast.
much. I love when he shit all over that. I laughed so fucking hard, man.
I didn't.
When he's like, I'm having a bad day, and then I just go back and I put on Devin Townsend, and then I'm laughing at stupid motherfuckers who listen to this shit. I laughed so fucking hard. Because, yeah, I'm one of those stupid motherfuckers.
I'm the stupidest motherfucker.
Well, speaking of mystery, like I wrote down, like the energy of this is great. Like it's just got a. I wouldn't say it like pumps me up, but it just kind of has a good drive to it, and I
sure.
enjoyed the effects that they added into it as well. Like it's not just like a straight punk, type deal. The little added effects in there and stuff really kind of took it to a next level, and I think Dusty's totally right. I didn't get it, but can totally see the Band of Horses comparison there.
Yeah,
Sick
totally
song.
didn't pick up on that. He's very correct.
That intro definitely threw me off. I did not. I like probably many other people in this. I thought that the intro to this song was actually part of the last song that was playing. I was very confused when it suddenly just turned into turnstile music. I had to look up and see where the last one ended and this one began.
It's the flow.
Oh, what's it? Well, okay, and then we go right into the next track. It's a track by Milk Blood, or is it Milk Blood Void? Is it Void?
Void is the record.
Okay, Void is just the name of the record.
Yeah, it's a 3-song EP that they put out recently. I don't think I know anything about this band. If I were to guess, I believe they're from Russia, and it's just two guys, and they make pretty fucking decent music that it's kind of hard to categorize. It's like electro pop, but it's on another level of like, there's glitch, there's like almost Phil Collins elements involved. It's very poppy, but it's also very odd and abstract, and almost dubsteppy, but not quite. I like that.
Touches its tip.
I think it was
Just
more
the-
like
The tip
Just
of
dipped a
dubstep.
ball in.
it was a little more evolved than like a dubstep, but I hear what you're saying. Like the vocals remind me of like a lot of glitch stuff. But
Electro pop, maybe.
yeah, I thought the beat was really cool and interesting. Like all the synth tones were really, really fun. And I think the dubstep douche in me was like, oh man, where's the drop? And I kind of got one at the end, but
Yeah,
no, I thought it was cool. I like this one,
very repetitive.
but it was good.
But this is the type of music you expect. The repetitiveness of it is to be expected, and just kind of like you can deal with it. And
For sure. It's dancey.
yeah, for sure. And I put down groovy is the word that came to mind for it. I liked it.
Groovy, baby.
I feel like Amy would really
Really
like
like
this song. I'll have to put it on her daily playlist.
Their other stuff is good. I mean, they only have 3 songs. That song just came out last year, so it's not. I mean, nobody really knows who they are or if they plan on doing anything else. They just have this.
They're a secret.
Yeah, kind of.
That. Yeah.
Yep.
I really like this one. As a synthesizer nerd myself, but hearing the synth tones and the production value in this one was like just tickling me in all kinds of good ways.
Ooh.
Good.
Like there's that slightly detuned, I don't even know what to call it. It's probably some super fancy system. Like those little floaty parts. Oh my god,
Yeah.
those were so good. Just detuned enough to make me, really appreciate this. This is a very almost a meme with how stereotypical it is for synth nerds to say this, but it was a very warm sounding synthesizers on that song.
Yeah, some of those like tom hits and shit remind me of like 808s and heartbreaks, like some of the like
Yeah.
toms you see here throughout that album and shit. It's definitely got some like I don't know. I could definitely see this. It should play in a fucking club and people should do Jello shots to it. You know?
Dance.
I'll just eat regular Jello to it.
No,
Damn it!
Put your Jello down, you old man.
that's the last snack pack you eat.
I'm all out of Jello.
It's time for you to be an adult.
Came here to kick ass and to eat Jello,
and to eat Jello shots.
and I'm all out of Jello.
I don't know why fucking Jello shots popped into my mind. That's so fucking weird. Anyway, let's just
Jello
go.
sucks.
Let's just go. Jello. Nick was eating some Jello right before
I will fight
this.
every last one of you who
That's
doesn't
fine.
like Jello.
Here's a
Whoever
question,
decided,
I hate Jello. I just haven't had it since I was 10.
though. Really quick.
Whoever
I mean,
did-
like, but can you tell the difference between the flavors of Jello?
Yeah. It's like it's just the flavors of Kool-Aid, and if you can't tell the difference between the flavors of Kool-Aid, I'm pretty sure you should get your tongue tested.
That's the purple
Being
flavor.
stupid.
Yeah, I identify Kool-Aid by color. Always.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same with Gatorade.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah.
they taste like fruit, but they taste different from each other. They taste like different colors of juice, of aid.
Of
It
use.
tastes like different colors. It's synesthesia. That's hard to say.
Okay. Well, I just have to check. It's just one of those things I have to ask anytime Jello comes up. You know?
Required to ask.
Yeah, it's just one of those mandatory questions in Jello questions. Just Jello questions. Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of Jello questions,
Let's just jump
That's a-
right into Crooked by Dealer.
hey, it's a very good hardcore song. Very good.
This made me want
represents-
to kick a fire hydrant.
Yeah, I thought about punching my mom.
Whoa.
Harry, she's so sweet.
Oh no.
Sometimes. No, it's just
Sweetwater.
a good. It's a fucking. It's
not a
another one of
sponsor,
those.
not a sponsor.
I gotta open the fridge, punch the milk songs.
I gotta say, I'm not at all a fan of hardcore as a genre. But so this song had just all of the ingredients of something that I would usually hate, but put together in this order. Maybe it was just its place on the playlist. I really enjoyed this one, and it's not a genre that I generally appreciate.
I agree with you, Nick. I usually don't get too into hardcore these days, but both the hardcore songs you've picked so far on this list have like really kind of like nailed that hardcore spot for me, actually.
In this dog eat dog world, you're still the fucking bitch.
Art. Love it.
Every time, I want to be a pit bull in a front yard, and there's a mailman on the other side of that fence, and I'm just gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Fuck
One
yeah.
of these days. Gil, what do you think
One of
about this
these
track?
days.
I'm sort of same feelings about like Nick. It's hardcore, not my jam really, but every once in a while, it's nice to put one on just to kind of get you going. It's like when I put Stiletto on my playlist. Just
Fuck yes.
it just, even though it's such a bad song, it's still catchy and just kind of makes you amped up a little bit. Every once in a while, you need that, need that change of pace. This was solid. I liked it. It wasn't too over the top, too much chaos. But I like
Not
the
too
guitar,
chaotic.
the guitar tone though.
So
Yeah,
I kind of following in the same footsteps. I don't listen to a ton of hardcore, but I liked the last one, Knocked Loose, but I like this one more. I thought I wrote better barking. I thought the barking was better. And I don't know, like this kind of harkens back to the whole argument Nick and I constantly have about Gent, but I wrote Thal vibes because the guitar tone kind of reminded me a little bit of that kind of thing. If you know about Thal, I don't know. It's
Nick's head
an
looked
enigma.
up.
Don't worry
Fall
about
Out
it.
Boy?
But no, Thal.
I also heard Fall
Thall.
Out Boy.
No.
I was very confused.
No, I fucking love this. I'm gonna listen to more Dealer. I want to drink tequila and just get that right amount of drunk where I'm like, fuck, and me and Jeremiah, we can go up to the front of the stage and just
It doesn't sound
bang our
like
heads
it's a good
around.
thing.
No,
Hit
it
each
sounds
other's
awesome.
Liquid
Sounds awesome.
courage, man. Liquid courage.
I want a wall of death.
I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
back my epiphanies for just this one. I only had one in this playlist.
Hashtag
But-
epiphanies.
Basically, I've put aside my hardcore music for the last 10 years since I've been in Idaho, maybe a little bit further. But this just made me realize it's basically the only type of metal I still enjoy, and I need to explore it more.
Nice.
Because it's fucking good. It just has the right vibe for me. And yeah, I really dig it. So thank you for
Oh,
reinventing the wheel for me.
I mean,
Dude.
even Batman eventually came out of retirement.
Yeah.
And this was his theme song.
I mean, there was that
Yeah.
8-year gap or whatever between Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises, you know?
Yeah.
It came
I want
back.
Pitbull to
Everything-
cover it.
everything I would have hoped for this playlist has already happened. So everything after this is fucking whatever.
All right, so next
Not
up
wrong
we got
about
a track by Zoe,
Yeah, Zoe, or however
Zoe.
you pronounce the Spanish E.
and it's what?
Uh,
Karma Dame?
Carmadame.
Karma Dame. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
you gotta roll your R though. Carmadame.
oh yeah, good luck
I'm
getting that
sorry.
out of me.
I speak
Uh,
Spanish now.
You speak Spanish?
Yeah, anyway, let's keep
You're
going.
claiming that.
This
You're,
song-
you're claiming that on the
I'm
podcast.
claiming
on
it
the
right now. Claiming it right now.
I'm gonna call you
¿Cómo
out on that
está?
later.
Talking shit with Maida doesn't
Hey,
count.
¿Cómo está? No, okay.
I have been dating a Mexican now for over a year, so I speak
Oh.
Spanish.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, this song fucking slaps. I got this off of so I work in a room full of Mexicans and I control the music, and so we have to listen to Selena. So we put on Selena radio, and a band pops up that sounds exactly like the Police, but they're fucking Mexican, and they're called Maná, and they fucking slap. Sorta. Their first few albums in the 80s slap. So I put on their radio, and that leads me to Zoe, and they have they're like the Radiohead of Mexico, I guess. And they only have like Radiohead in the UK. They really only have a couple good songs. And this is one of them. This is definitely a fucking great song. It's good to just vibe. I feel like I'm on a motorcycle in Italy, and I'm just like on a coastline somewhere, and I have a hot bitch just behind me.
like following you.
Or
No,
is she
like-
riding?
like-
Oh,
on-
don't let me get.
She's riding.
Oh,
She has her hands. She has her one hand across my chest and the other hand down my pants, and we're we're chasing the sunset.
dude, this sounds like a like a
I'm
geology.
That's how the
liking
song
the
makes
song.
me feel.
a little more.
I want to hear everybody shit on it though. Like, tell me why it sucks. It's in Spanish. Number one. Got it.
No.
No,
I don't,
mean,
I don't
honestly,
mind song. Oh, go for it.
Oh, Nick, please dive in, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
open
if we're
this-
gonna shit on it, I better go. I listened to it and I did get those Radiohead vibes, but I also didn't see anything different on this song than what I could have gotten on like Random Access Memories by Daft Punk. And it just
Sure.
like the whole time I was listening to this song, I was thinking that I'd rather just listen to when Daft Punk did it better.
Yeah.
So this is
There-
one of my mean takes of the day. I did not enjoy this
Dude,
one.
yeah,
It
I gotta
took
say-
waste
yeah.
my time.
They're usually
The
they're usually like a
hammer.
rocky, like a rock band, and they branched out for a couple of songs. They did some electronic stuff, and that's really the only shit I like. But I totally like, yeah, Random Access Memories for sure.
See, I'll say, like, on that note a little bit, I wrote down background music, but I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I could turn this on low and just go about my day and enjoy just catching a little bit of it. So I didn't dislike it, but yeah, it kind of it's not something that I would turn on and like focus and listen to. It's just background music.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jameson. I think this was one of the songs that I had on at one point when I was trying to like lull Bowie to sleep. Like I was like playing just like some like, you know, kind of like dreamy music, and I was like trying to sift through this playlist, and I popped this on, and it was good. Like, I just kind of like went about my shit around him, and it was kind of like a good moment. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it too much, but it was a really like enjoyable song. for the most part, like Jameson said, for that background. So I don't know. But like I said, I didn't like. It was one of those, I don't know, it popped in and I was like, I don't mind it being here, but I'm not gonna like it's not, it's not gonna occupy my thoughts. Like I'm not gonna hyper focus on it.
It's fine.
I guess it's fine.
It's fine.
I don't like Radiohead at all, but
Oh, I know.
Yeah, there's a funny story behind that.
Yep.
For another day.
Well, speaking of everything Jesse just said, I actually wrote down, reminds me of Radiohead, Tame Impala vibes. It's fine. Yeah, no complaints.
Dude, it's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Lukewarm.
Yeah, it's like, it's bearable. It's like I said, I mean, I definitely will say this, dude. Like, this song I enjoyed a lot more than the next song.
Fuck yes.
So what like, where did this next song come from, Jeremy? Give it, what's the title of it? It's Oh Ruthless Great Divine
Director. The first time I heard the song, it made me cry, which is hilarious. I know.
I can see that. I can see that.
It was more or less at the end of the song with her, like, the way that she seems to be talking. I come from a very religious background, and I don't have any sort of stock in that belief system whatsoever, but I do still have that background. And so when I see somebody reaching out and in an attempt, like, talking to God, and in like a commanding way, where it's like, fuck you, do what I say, I'm calling upon you, like, I am acknowledging what you are, and I want you to bring down the rapist and the demon, and I want you to fucking murder everyone now. I wish I could talk to God like that. So I fucking, the first time I heard it, it's like, it's definitely not black metal. I would call it like performance art almost. It
feels like a fucking movement, man. Like it just,
like a musical.
It's like a whole piece. It feels like, yeah,
it's like, so a lot of the things I would have included in this playlist when it was 5 hours long, but a lot of stuff I cut out because Caleb already put it on his fucking playlist. But Igor, it reminded me a lot of Igor.
I can see that. Yeah,
in an American way, because she's from America. But it just seemed more. She started this project based off of getting out of a super abusive relationship, and so all of the songs that she creates in this project are based out of like pain and torment of being inside of an abusive relationship, and that makes all of her lyrics and her songwriting a lot more relatable to me. But like hearing that song, not knowing really what she sounded like, because the first song I heard of hers was just all piano and her singing, and so I was like, oh yeah, I'll check some more shit out. I thought it was okay, and I stumbled upon this track, and it just kicks into that fucking blast beat, and she just gets this fucking gnarly ass growl, and the song just kicks. After like 5 minutes, it just, and like that shit fucking got me so hard. My dick was so hard. Like I was crying rock hard. It's
you're
rare.
Crying, you're quivering, like you're there. You're there.
And I'm on break at work. That's the worst. I gotta go back to work in 2 minutes.
Dude.
So I got to. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
What were you wearing?
Skinny jeans. So it's really hard to hide a boner in skinny jeans.
You got that rab going on.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so I got to follow that up because it's super weird. Yeah, like the notes I took are, it's very serendipitous. But so I wrote mopey. I don't mean these in bad ways. Mopey, pitchy.
You're right.
Super emotional. Reminds me of the song. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ayud by Igor. Do you know the one where the guy's playing the harpsichord and he's just like screaming and crying?
Yeah, I know the one. And it almost ended up on the playlist, you fuck.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
keep going.
Good shit. But no,
Yep.
it wasn't my favorite song by them that you sent me, but it makes me want to look into them more when I'm in the right mindset, because it's like black metal the musical. But like,
Black metal the musical.
but so much more emotional, and I think I need to like revisit it when I'm like at the right time, because it's got so much potential for me, I think. But I don't know, it's definitely not casual listening.
I expect you to keep going, JMO. Sorry.
Well, I feel like if I would have seen this as part of like a Broadway play, like I definitely would have enjoyed it more, but I didn't. And
Checks notes. I didn't.
yeah, and I say I fucking hate this, and it's almost as bad as Devin Townsend Project.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm okay with that. Totally okay with that.
I'll say
Thank
that
you.
it reminds me of, and we were talking about it before on just one of our breaks with that movie Annette. It's a rock opera with Adam Driver, but this would be more of a black metal opera in that sense.
Yeah.
It's okay. I enjoy it. I think I guess you probably, is the whole album like a concept, full story, or is it?
This was a one-off single that she just let go out of her butt.
Because if it was like of a bigger concept, then I don't know, maybe I would have enjoyed it a little bit more.
Her,
The end of it,
her-
the crescendo was good.
yeah, the latest album she released is nothing like this song. It's all piano songs and odd instrumentation, and there's maybe one point where she screams, but it's only for 2 seconds. I listened to it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Nick, we haven't heard your take.
Oh,
Yeah.
So when I first put this on, I was in the car with Shayna, and we were on the way to somewhere, maybe the climbing gym, and I was listening to it, and she was just getting more and more irritated as it went along. And I was like, I know this is building towards something, and I'm like 99% sure whatever it's building towards is going to be black metal-esque. And I was right. But
Where this road
the
leads.
journey getting there was just maybe
Arduous.
it was the context. It was a very uncomfortable journey because I knew that this song's already annoying the shit out of Shayna, and she's going to be even more upset when the black metal starts. So I obviously let it play out the whole way.
turns it up.
But no, I got the exact same vibes from that the rest of you got. It was that, but what I was going to call it was black metal on Broadway, and I thought I was going to be so creative for coming up with that idea that everyone else came up with. So that's the vibe I got out of it. I've said
Good
this
combo.
before. I appreciate black metal, and I don't really like listening to it. This was at least interesting. I did like the build up. It's something I could definitely sit down to, and if I were, 3 sheets to the wind and wanting to listen to something real ambient. But
It just comes out of nowhere.
it
Just
does.
like you're hanging out, and then just
That's how it went for me. It was pretty good. It's not something I'm gonna often pick out to listen to, but I'm gonna remember it for when I need it. I'm gonna put that one in my back pocket.
I'm gonna remember it. For some
Bug,
time
what
to
did you
go.
think?
Well, yeah, it really wasn't my jam. Like, it just, because, like, I think a little bit because of what Nick said, like, how you mentioned it builds and it builds and it builds to something, and it's building to something. And though I do find the explosion kind of like an interesting, like, switch. It just, like, every time I listen to it, maybe I was just in like the wrong setting or context. It was just like I just can't fucking like get into it. Like, it's like I had to like zoom, like, after I listened to the first time, I had to, like, the second time I was trying to listen to the playlist, I had to like kind of go through the sort of build up part, like I just kind of skipped through most of it just so I can like get to like a little bit of that black metal at the end, just try and enjoy that more. But it was kind of ruined. It was like a bad opening act to a band. Like, it was like, it just ruined my fucking like chances of liking the second part of the song.
Can I just add real quick?
I guess
'Cause,
Gavel, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Get it.
I think like the similarities that Jeremiah and I stated between Lingua Ignota and Sweet and Igor, it reminds me of that, and I want to get into her music more because I just have to tell you, Jeremiah, when I found well, through you, I found Spirituality and Distortion. That's like the best album I've heard in a long, and I love every song on the album. So, yeah, I'm
can't
definitely
skip
gonna
anything off of it. It's all fucking.
But just to reinforce what everyone is saying, you have to be in like the right frame of mind to like dive into that or this song, and I'm looking forward to doing that.
I tried to put the most challenging songs in the middle of the playlist, which I believe I did. But did anybody laugh when the next song started? Because like
I
that was kind of my
definitely did,
intention.
dude. When it was because it was just such a fucking weird cut. It was like
Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's genuinely what I wanted.
How do you pronounce them?
I don't know. Pixie. I have no fucking clue. They're a three.
Pixvey.
Yeah, Pixvey.
They're from Colombia, I believe, and they are. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out what instruments they were playing.
You mean like regular Columbia or British or the British the one? Are they like
or the district
Britain?
of?
Do they have
Definitely neither of those Columbias.
Okay, I just had to check.
South Carolina. There's Columbia, South Carolina.
There's
okay. I'll have to look that
I
up.
thought it was a guitar, a drummer, and a synth player, and I just thought they like outsourced their vocals. But it's really they're a 5-piece, two female singers, a guitar player, a baritone saxophone, and a drummer. That's the noises that you're hearing. So there's no bass player, or a keyboard player, which fucking threw me for a loop. But it's a fucking jam.
It really
it's just
is, man.
Good old fucking jam.
Like I definitely loved this song a lot more than that last one. And so like when after I got over like that kind of like initial like, why are we doing this? I was like, oh, this song you can just kind of get into, you know?
Yep.
And like
there was the salty, here's the sweet. Come on.
Dude, that's wild that they don't have you said they don't have like a synth player or anything?
No, that's a baritone sax the whole time.
That's so fucking dope.
They have,
cool.
As of this morning, 936 followers on Spotify. Like,
damn.
This band is unknown. They have nobody knows who they are.
Well, we should get them on Old Heart to do a playlist.
For fucking sure, or just to play live. I bet they do it.
That'd be wild. Yeah. What else? Who else had feels about this?
I said, this song's too damn repetitive, but it's good and groovy.
Good and groovy.
But I don't know why, but immediately listening to it, I thought I could see this on a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like, I don't know why, but I thought that, and like that's what immediately came to mind.
Dude, Kill Bill Volume 3, Uma Thurman's daughter's like killing some assassins, and this song is like playing in the background.
Yeah.
Everything's getting all bloodied up and shit.
They say La Chalupa, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're saying, but
shout outs to chalupas. You know?
The song was
neither does my Mexican girlfriend.
I think Jameson is half right when he says it's repetitive. I think what it is actually just like 2 minutes too long. But if it would have been shortened down significantly, that repetitiveness would have, I think, been an asset to it. But as it is, I don't see a reason to listen to like all 5 minutes of this song. I really like the 2 minutes of music that are there, but this is pretty good. I got the exact same vibe. I thought it was going to be something that you could hear in a Tarantino movie, or like where they're overseas in some Latin-speaking country doing cool shit where rich people live.
I thought of the montage portion of us planning our heist.
Oh, this would be. That's a good runner-up, man. Or like not runner-up, nominee. Excuse me. I like that.
Nice.
So, have we decided where we're actually going to rob yet? By the way,
we're not going to say it on air.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Guitar
These
Center.
tricky fucking hot dogs. God damn.
You're gonna have to bleep that one out.
Yeah. This will be one long 30-second bleep.
I'm kind
Old
of
Heart radio editing for you.
I have to agree with like pretty much everybody. Yeah, like I love Latin drum styles. Like I think that was really cool. It's super groovy, super fun. Like I really enjoyed the beat and all that. But yeah, I thought it went on a little longer than it needed to, and it was specifically the vocals were a bit repetitive, but otherwise it's it's fine, pretty good. It's playing a heist.
It's fine. It's playing a heist.
Speaking of
Go.
ice,
What about the next track? Dissect
Fucking
Yourself by
Dissect
Car
Yourself.
Bomb.
Woo! Try to headbang your song. Your try to headbang to that song. No way.
No, it's not safe.
Yeah. They are a band that have been
Thanks for
around
warning.
since the MySpace days, and their guitar player put on a clinic at NAMM in early 2020, and all of those beep, 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 beep sounds you hear are all guitar, and that baby boy can fucking wail without a whammy bar with a hardtail and make all those insane stupid noises because he can tap dance like a fucking ballerina.
How is he doing that? I was when I was listening to it,
I know.
I was imagining like, maybe he has like a metal pick or he's got a slide or something that he's doing that with.
He has a DL4 into a repeater and he's hitting pinches or he's doing harsh slides like microtones. I don't know if he uses his ring, but there are like a stutter pedal, where it's just like you hit something really fast and hard and you get that
Yeah. Okay.
like that kind of shit. He's using very basic not analog, but he's using very basic effects, but he's utilizing them in a very extreme manner that comes across in the form of this song, which I think is just one of the most brutal fucking songs I've ever heard. It's so good, especially after Dissect Yourself. Wow. Very good.
My
love this
notes. My notes read as follows: laser beams? Question mark.
Dude, straight up, I thought that was that had to have been like a sample of something that they were just like.
That's a
throwing in
guitar.
or whatever. Dude.
And then I wrote down chaos, and I can't
Chaos.
tell if it's synth and guitar or what. And overall, innovative, weird, impressive, but it's fine.
You got to listen
No
to those
guitar.
freaky guitar harmonics. You can always tell a guitar apart from just about any other instrument just because of those weird shrieky harmonics that it has. It's real gross sounding unless you tune it out.
I'd love to see that video though. It'd be cool to see how he's doing all that.
I remember when I was a kid and my sister, she's 7 years older than me, so she must have been like 15 or so, and my parents got her this little like sound box that would do like this shrill shrieking noise, and it was basically like a sonic rape whistle, and that's what I got from this song. Fucking, it's no good.
Gavel for the sonic rape whistle.
Yeah, that'd be such a better name for this song.
Wow.
I just want that to be like an album that somebody makes, man. And it's just one
Let's
long
make it.
high pitch.
Yeah, let's
Great
go.
art.
So you were asking like if we laughed at the previous song at Pixve. I didn't laugh at that. I was actually laughing out loud at this song. I was enjoying it, but it was just so jarring. And every single piece that happened, like the laser beam, he does like some other bullshit, like ridiculous sounds. The song changes halfway through, and I was audibly laughing at it because it almost felt like a parody of itself. But I was still really enjoying it. The whole thing was it was chaos.
Yeah, I liked the chaos factor about this song.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely had you just like kind of like all over. Yeah.
Reminds me of Cannibal Holocaust. Like, you want to clear a room, just put it on.
Perfect.
What,
This is the
what
key
about
Antwerp.
Gil?
It was too much for me. I kind of wished I was in a car bombing.
Let it all
Because
in.
I was running on the treadmill during the, and I was like, I'm just gonna trip and take myself out of my misery on this fucking thing.
Dissect yourself.
This is it. This is the moment. I'm done.
This is it. It was too much chaos for my anxiety to understand. Like,
The cat.
God, I have it on in my ear now too, and I forgot about like the totally half-assed singing part in the back end of the song. Once again, made me just out loud just bust up laughing by myself in the car because it was just so unexpected and also just not good. But I still enjoyed it.
I gotta say, we should start a band called treadmill dissection, and our hit album debut will be Sonic Rape Whistle.
Yes.
I'm digging it. Let's flesh this out this
Yeah.
weekend.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my rig, so we'll be good to go.
Let's just record this weekend. Fuck
your
it.
death rig.
Well, we'll have to put that idea on the back burner for the weekend. But where again with these like weird.
Oh, it's a good one.
This
This is a
cut
good one.
definitely like.
This is a good one.
Was
I hope
was really
I hope,
strange coming off of that.
So I went through multiple variations of this playlist, and all of them included one song from this band. They only have one record, and I could get into the story, but I implore you all to. Nobody knows anything about this record. It was made in 2016 by a Swedish guy who fucking went. Go ahead.
Well, just what the name of the track we got like is I, and we just got like is Rocks and Waves Song Circle like the actual name of the project?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Swedish.
That explains it.
They are Swedish. Nobody knows. So the record label was
pronouns. Got it.
Well, the record label was asked about this, where it came from, and the record label response is, they said the artist from Sweden went on vacation to Mexico and came back with this record. That's the whole. Yeah. Yep. And so there's lots of theories and whatnot, and a couple of them I really like to ascribe to, but whatever. All anyone knows is that this record was made in Mexico, and this was not my first choice for the album, but it was 4 minutes shorter than the other song I wanted to choose. So I went with this one just to spare you guys your lives.
I'm now kind of intrigued by the project after hearing the story behind it, but this did especially after Dissect Yourself. Like I was just like not ever ready for it, and so I was just like, the fuck is going on here? Like it kept on agitating me with this. Like it was not calm for me.
There's a reason it's called the Tooth Cracker. Does anybody get that reference? Does anybody in this chat get that reference?
No. What's the Tooth Cracker? Because I mean,
it's an old Simpsons reference. So a shoddy carnival comes to town, and they set up. And Bart and Lisa really want to go to the carnival, but their parents are like, no, we don't have any money, blah, 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 blah. There's a roller coaster at this carnival that's called the Tooth Cracker. And it's a roller coaster that stops every 20 feet.
Yeah.
So that was the idea behind the playlist. Was
basically
like,
a zipper.
You're going to get going on some nice, good, weird, jammy indie rock, and then you're just going to, and then smash your teeth. That was the whole thought process.
I think you've accomplished it thus far.
Yeah, you did.
But it happens in reverse, too. Like, you get slammed, and then you go to this weird, like, state of, so I thought that the song would be really good after Car Bomb.
It was definitely... it was also like, I don't know, man. Like,
good song. I mean, it gets you into this weird, like, if I was doing yoga, this is the album I'm listening to.
That's exactly what I wrote down is, I bet you this is played in every yoga studio across the country.
Dude.
Again, it's one of those bands that has less than 1,000 followers on Spotify. Not that that means anything, but like, nobody's listening to that band. Their SoundCloud is pretty big, but whatever.
Their SoundCloud. Are they a SoundCloud artist?
No, they're not. They just released it on SoundCloud because they're balling.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of with like to kind of bounce off what Jameson said. I thought it sounded like something I would have wanted to listen to, like in high school. Like I'm on mushrooms and I want to like meditate and chill out.
I thought that too, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Oh, fuck it. Whatever, who cares? But yeah, like it's kind of like a soundscape. It's kind of trippy. It's relaxing, and yeah,
the
I
mics are great.
Yeah,
whatever mics he used were fucking great, and his use of panning is just fucking phenomenal. It's really like how good he recorded this magic. Like the magic's great, but it's how good he was able to capture that magic that really is like the focal point. It's fucking. I implore you all to listen to the album. As with any of these songs, you should listen to the record.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Gil, how'd you feel
Yeah.
about this track?
It was okay. It was. It's
At least
definitely gonna be
sounding
in the right
okay.
mood for it. You know,
Yeah, comes out of nowhere.
I'm here for chilling in the teepee. You know, half an eighth in.
Yeah, buddy.
Man.
Well, yeah, like okay, I guess like again, like yeah, sort of setting maybe. Like I could definitely see the TP vibe. We'll say. I don't know, man. Like I just like.
Jared's at a loss for words on this one.
Well,
Yeah,
it just
how does Nick feel?
But I mean, it's. I listen to a lot of like that meditative kind of trancey, really long drony ambient stuff too. I like Vordruna, I like Heilung, and a bunch of other stuff. This one, I don't have anything bad to say about it, but if I'm gonna be in one of those moods, I'm gonna pick this song or maybe this album over one of the ones I'm already aware of. It's not sticking to me in that kind of way. But I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's a little ambient drony track.
I guess I just wanted, like, I was just kept waiting for more from it. Like, that was my thing. It was just sort of like, especially coming off of what was just there, I was just like, this can't be this fucking bare bones. Like
I would have put the 9-minute
song.
song in. I would have put the 9-minute song in, but I didn't want to make you guys live your lives that long.
Caleb had like 4 to 10 8-minute to 20-minute songs on his playlist.
Fucking Nick put a half an hour long song on.
No,
whatever
it
the
was
fuck that-
15 minutes.
I think it's 17.
Sorry, Nick.
17
Yeah,
minutes?
the
Okay.
fucking-
That sounds.
But it's also like the best song ever written.
Yeah.
I listened to it, and we won't get into this. I have different opinions.
Oh, no.
Okay, so,
I'm not a big Periphery guy. So where do we go from here? What's after this?
Well, it was what, like a track, but what's it called? Absolutely Crankin'. It's a very long title.
Yeah,
F-
Bill Murray. Yeah. So Bill Murray. Everybody put Dance Gavin Dance on their shit. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. But I've loved Bill Murray since before Dance Gavin Dance. When I found My Feelings Have Feelings, which is this beautiful fucking music video. It's so goddamn. All of his music videos are fucking great. I chose. This is not my favorite song off the record, but I chose this because I thought it would appeal to Jameson the most.
Oh, really? Well, if you're speaking straight to me, I will say in my notes I put down I really wanted to hate this fucking song, but by the end of it I really enjoyed it.
Oh,
Strangely, like it's so fucking weird. Like the slide guitar solo.
I know. I know.
Steele. That was so cool.
It's really kind of
good.
neat. It's just like creative, and I liked it. And also the Taco Bell gong at the end gave me a good laugh. If
I was
anybody
wondering
else,
if that's what it was.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it was, but that's what it sounded like to me. Made
That's
me
what
want
it
to go
was.
get a chalupa.
I love Bill Murray. So I would have put Dance Gavin Dance on this playlist, but it would have been redundant if I would have put these guys and them in the same track or the same playlist. Not that they're even remotely in the same genre, but they are best friends and they do spend a lot of time together and they do kind of represent the same kind of culture of human.
They're touring
Yeah.
together right now.
They're BFs. Of course they is. And I've never liked Attack Attack. I don't really give a shit about that genre of music, that crabcore screamo mid 2000s or whatever. But when I found out that that's where this boy came from, my jaw dropped to the floor, and I couldn't believe that I liked something from that was born from that. It was like finding out you like I love Skrillex so much, and then finding out he was a part of From Autumn to Ashes, and just
No,
ew.
he was from first to last.
I don't give a fuck.
Same thing.
Sunny Moore.
What did I say?
I don't know.
That's his
Sunny
name.
Day Real Estate.
ooh, sunny day.
That's an actually good band. We shouldn't bring them into.
Okay, we won't. Wait, where are we at? What song are we on?
We're
Bill
still on
Murray.
absolutely cranking my
Oh.
MF and hog.
Gil, how did you feel about this?
I liked it.
It's a good one.
Sounds so enthusiastic.
It's a
about it.
groove,
Sweet.
you know. I like to have a dance and all that, so it's a nice change.
So
up.
I'm not getting what's the connection between this and Dance Gavin Dance?
This boy sings on the last Dance Gavin Dance record,
Okay.
and they are tour mates. And Tillian and whatever the fuck, John Mess, the screamer from Dance Gavin Dance, they both have features on Dance Gavin Dance songs. So they go back and forth. They're like YouTube content creators. They just create together sometimes, but
Oh.
they're in the same
bedfellows.
lane. Yeah, they are bedfellows. So
Strange.
I love that one Dance Gavin Dance record. I'm not a big Dance Gavin Dance fan. I think it's hilarious that Jameson copped their first EP when it dropped. I think that's amazing because
It's something about a robot. I can't remember the name of it.
Yep.
Something
Son of Robot. That's my
Yeah, there
favorite
we
of their
go.
songs.
That was I used to remember they've had 3 singers. One of them went on to do good things. The other one went on to become a heroin addict, and then they have Tillian, who is just the ballerina of the bunch, just the cutest, prettiest baby boy. Anyway, Bill Murray fucking rules. Did everybody like this song? Caleb,
I
what
liked
did
it.
you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I really like the guitar tone. The guitar tone was nice. I'm always going to gravitate towards those types of things, but yeah, it was really cool. It was different. It was a little whiny. Like I was like, I don't know why I got like some of those whiny like pop punk vibes, but
His lyrics for sure.
I didn't dislike it. I was like, okay, like if this is a little bit, dipping your toes in that pool, that's fine with me. Yeah, nothing bad to say.
Bug?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm hard pressed for pop punk these days. You guys have sold me on some recently. I still have yet to really like thoroughly enjoy Dance Gavin Dance.
Sure.
I've seen like
Thank
something
God
that,
this
like,
isn't
but
them.
yeah, well, and so like Bill Murray is kind of like this interesting, like you were saying, like for me, like kind of like I don't mind it that much, but it's when it gets too whiny, like Caleb was saying, that it just like that's when I'm just like it just bugs the fuck out of me. I don't like the whiny, like
For sure.
Whining.
it's that vocal style, I guess, and
It's
know.
very ready to take a cock. It's very like it's open throat,
Well-
ready to go all the way down.
It's very how's your father?
I have to pee. Does anybody else have to pee? So
Yeah,
I don't
let's
have to
take
pee?
our-
stop this.
Okay.
Well,
Pee
first let's hear
break!
from Nick real quick.
Yeah.
Nick,
Oh, yeah.
and
I
then we'll
have
take
things to
our
say.
union mandated
Sorry,
pee
Nick.
break.
No, I like Bill Murray. I was aware of them before this playlist.
I text you about them.
You did. You got so excited when I name dropped them, but
I was very happy.
I was there to witness the inception. I mean, I wasn't there, but I was there when he dropped his first thing as Bill Murray, because when I had been last listening to him, I only knew him as the former singer of Attack Attack, and then like the sort of fill-in studio vocalist for Jared Alonji's stuff, like Sunrise Skater Kids and whatnot. And then I heard Bill Murray, and it's when I first listened to it, it wasn't up my alley, but I could tell that like it was surprising to me that when he had an entire band, like when he was in Attack Attack, that he was being actually held back as an artist, apparently, because the shit that he's making now is so much more interesting than what they were doing back then. And this song's super cool. I mean, it starts off with a total hip-hop beat, and then his vocals kind of come in, and the song changes a little bit. The guitars come in at other points. It's just a really neat song. The lap steel fucking melted my brain a little bit. That was unexpected. Some straight-up Nashville country western shit.
Had you never heard this before?
No.
Oh my God, Nick, that makes me so happy. Holy shit.
It was exciting. It was really cool. I don't know who
That makes
Brody
me-
is.
Oh,
Wonder
me,
if
no
they're
one
lap
does.
steel.
No, that's the boy that sings I don't wanna waste away. I don't wanna make my time again.
Well, he can
sings
go
like yeah.
No way.
Oh, Caleb, have we not heard what you think? Did you not like
Oh,
this?
I just said I liked all of it except maybe that guy because he sounded
Got
whiny.
it. Got it.
Well, overall, I've had a pretty good appreciation for what Johnny Frank's been doing since he is no longer a part of a crabcore band. So I like this song, and I look forward to seeing more of what he gets up to in the future because he's a fucking meme master.
Agreed. It's meme, but alive.
Yes. I mean, the song's about it's internet like 4chan speak, the title for just jerking off.
Yep.
So
his song Post Almond Clarity is one of my favorites.
like, what else do you want?
Yeah.
You got internet memes about jerking off, and then what else do you need even? That's oh, okay.
All right.
Butthole shut.
All buttholes are shut, and now they can open again. All right. All right. The next thing coming out of Jeremiah's butthole is hopefully loose, and
Oh, that's a good song. Yeah, no.
So it's no voodoo, urubu.
Sure. It translates from Portuguese. It translates from Portuguese to English as on the vulture's flight, or on the flight of the vulture.
So
And I'm sure we all recognize the singer, right?
Yep.
Oh, from Life Aquatic, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We all got Sue George, right? We were all like, oh, that guy.
Guy.
Never actually seen that movie.
I didn't get it
Wow,
until I
Jesus.
just saw his name.
shame
but-
on you, sir.
I've seen pretty much every other Wes Anderson film, just not that one. For no
I refer to him as Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson.
I
He's an
got
artiste.
super.
No,
you can continue
I
to
got-
do so.
Just
For
wait
like-
1
Look
second
at
on that. The Life Aquatic is worth watching just for the part when Bill Murray is sitting next to the dog and he slaps the dog and goes, "Down, Cody." It's so funny.
He rolls up a newspaper, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
and
fucking,
swats
like,
him.
backhands him hard. This I got super into like Brazilian jazz from the 70s, like Marcos Belay and Arthur Borkai.
Okay.
And for like a good year and a half, I was just into this shit. And so I did a deep dive into Arthur Borkai, and I found he did a collab with Sue George, and his soundtrack that he did on Life Aquatic was a really big part of my early 20s. And so when I heard the song for the first time, it was like immediately transportive, and I kind of fell in love with it. And I go back to this song quite frequently just to hear something that's not trash.
This might be my might be my favorite song on the playlist. It was just so enjoyable for me, at least. I like the dynamics that it kind of presents sort of in the middle of the song.
Oh,
And
the
just-
change
yeah.
straight into samba, and then you're just
Yeah.
like, why are my hips moving? What's going on right now?
All of a
Oh my
sudden
God.
they are. Yeah, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I really dug this one. I think you probably knew I would though.
Yeah, no, this is totally up your jazz loving ass alley.
Hey, this ass can love whatever it wants to love. All right.
You're
Down in
hey,
ass
asses love what asses love.
Yeah.
You know.
That needs to be an Old Heart shirt. Asses love what asses love. Old Heart Radio.
I feel
TM.
like this is a song that I wanted to hear. Like, there's a like down the street from us. They just opened up a whiskey bar, and you know it's just got like nice leather couches and stuff. And it's not something that I would listen to just to listen to, but if I got it in the right context, this is something that I would definitely enjoy. But not for me in my everyday listening.
I very much enjoyed this one. I thought it was going in a completely different direction, judging by the first part of the song. And since you've already
first
bait
third.
and switched us, the whole first third of it. Like you've already bait and switched us on like a couple tracks. I was totally expecting to go into metal because that whole orchestral part was just so sweeping and exciting, and then it jumps into this like you said, jumps into a samba part, and it was so fun. This whole thing, I would just imagine that I was sipping some kind of whiskey brown liquor cocktail. It's like walking like barefoot across shag carpet. It was great. I like this.
I did not go full retard on this one. Like I genuinely tried to put songs on here that we would all enjoy, or that like maybe you'd never heard before. Like I can do crazy, obscure, random shit, which kind of comes into play a little bit later, but like even weirder, stupider shit. But this was one of those things that I felt would really tie. Like I listen to this shit on a weekly basis for sure. Like anything from Brazil in the 70s, as far as jazz is concerned, or South America, both of those places have amazing jazz from the 70s and 60s. For sure. Gil, how'd you feel?
I liked it. It was a groove.
Did it catch your vibe?
That was.
Or did you catch
Pretty
its vibe? I
vibey.
mean, vibey.
It's something that I'd have to be in the mood for. Like the other boys said,
Dude.
be smoking some hookah or something like that. Watching
Water.
the sunset.
You're gonna have to get a hookah for the event coming up.
I have
You
one.
guys remember?
Dude, Gil.
You guys,
Gil's got it.
you guys remember the band Magma?
Magma? No.
Yeah, they were like a staple on Rex. Rex showed me them years ago, like 2009 probably. And when I moved back to town, he showed me them again. And these guys replaced Magma, but Magma's like, I tried to keep everything relatively current, or at least within this decade, but Magma is again from the 70s. And they're like this French band that sings in a language they created called Martian French. And I know, right? How awesome. And they're like this bass and drums driven, like this mixed with rocks and waves song circles would be what Magma is.
Azusa? Is that how you say that?
I really
the
like
next one? Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No.
What's this?
I just
We
mean,
got to hear McGrady's take.
it was
Yeah,
we're on Arthur Barokai.
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I thought I got kind of thrown for a loop because it started all symphonic, and I was like, oh, I kind of expected like, maybe some black metal or something, and then it shifts into jazz, and I was like, ooh, yeah, like I've been trying to listen to more jazz, but I'm kind of at a loss for where to go because I don't really love trumpet jazz. Anyway,
There's
this was.
definitely plenty of other options. Man.
I'm sorry, Jared. I'm sorry.
Morning.
No, I'm just saying.
I did like
go
what you
down the
picked.
jazz rabbit hole, man. There's plenty of fucking good music. You
want-
goddamn ass hats.
I want to, and this was a nice little dip in that pond, and I love that the Life Aquatic. I don't know his name, but I was just like Life Aquatic. Yeah, this was a cool one. This is one of the ones I liked. I think I'd say like top 5 for me on this one.
Nice.
Speaking of less cool things, what about Interstellar Island?
So I sent a text to Caleb telling him that he couldn't research this band.
I
did you
didn't.
follow that?
I did.
Okay, great. You did.
I forgot to respond. I'm sorry.
It's
No,
fine, but you did research?
No, I didn't at all.
Awesome. Okay, great. Well, I want to hear everyone's take first before I break the news to Caleb.
Okay.
Is it actually Gwen Stefani in disguise?
Is this
Sounds
Dark
kind of
Guys?
like it.
Is this what they've become?
I mean, when they went into that 90s Cranberries-esque part that they do, like a third of the way into the song, I immediately hit the I love this song button. And I had no idea who they were, what they are, and their backstory. And then when I found out about it, I laughed my dick off for days about it.
Is this what Chris Gaines has been up to?
He's the drummer.
You better
Mr.
remember that
Gaines.
Old Heart Radio is actually the #1 source for Chris Gaines news.
Yeah,
Mhm.
hot Chris Gaines news.
Mm.
Not gossip, news.
No,
News.
we only have the facts.
Yeah, dude.
That's such a good tagline for a news program. Not gossip, news.
I'm gonna go out on a fucking limb here and say that Jameson and Dusty did not like this song.
No,
I don't
but
think
I
that.
will agree with Jeremiah here. Like, definitely got the Cranberries vibe to it.
For
Like,
sure.
yeah, I heard that and was like, yeah, I definitely get that. But in my notes, I just wrote down not enjoyable.
Really getting into the
I-
details there.
I love the I don't necessarily remember the term for it. Fuck, where you climb the scale. you climb the fretboard. You don't do any spaces. You just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
Chromatic?
What's that term? Yeah, chromatic. There are some severely chromatic riffs in this song that are very polyrhythmic, maybe not polyrhythmic, but very crazy that I had a really hard time following.
That's actually kind of one of the notes I had was like those really weird runs on the guitar.
Yeah, it'll make sense.
I thought it was interesting. I wasn't sure what the I was like, what fucking scale is that? Or what mode are they shifting into? I couldn't figure it out. But I like the vocalist. She was scary, but also like it was nice too. I'd look into it some more. It didn't like totally blow my pants off, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Cool. All right. Everyone else?
I like you guys' like sort of a comparison, cranberry vibes kind of thing. I like the Cranberries, and so that's kind
Fucking
of an
hate 'em.
interesting note. Yeah, you would. But I honestly, I would have just enjoyed this track without vocal work on it, probably a lot more.
Ooh.
So, that's kind of my thing. Like, I probably would
I
have
love her
enjoyed that
scream.
ride a little bit better. No, it's
Same.
like, totally fine. I just like how do I describe it? Like the singing, like it didn't like bother me itself. I just didn't like this combination.
Yeah.
Like, but that's is it just it's just one like the one vocalist.
Yep.
That's
And she doesn't do anything other than sing. There's one guitar player, one bass player, one drummer, and she sings.
yeah.
That's
There's
it.
just
They're a 4-piece.
Yes. And when I explain things in a minute, it hopefully will make sense, and it will to Caleb, but I don't think it will resonate with the rest of you.
All right. Well,
Does
I
it-
just want to say that I really enjoyed this song.
Hey, good. Fuck yeah.
It was, to me, it felt like really old school. Abigail Williams had a baby with like Snarky Puppy, and then that baby had another baby with No Doubt to make this weird, experimental, terrifying thing that was just really exciting and interesting to listen to.
I
And
thought so too.
once again, I liked the vocalist. I liked her screams. It was shrieky, but in a way that I enjoyed. And she really sounded like Gwen Stefani doing her little sing. I heard Gwen Stefani.
There's a fun
All right.
little bit of churches in there, but it was all right. I didn't hate it like you thought. It's a lot going on, a lot of chaos.
Lots of chaos. All
so
right.
what's the story behind it? What's all this build-up? Where's the what?
Okay, so
the hype better be real.
What's
the
the story,
story.
Morning Glory?
One of the things that I absolutely adore is when my loves love each other. And there are two completely random bands that have existed for the last 2 decades that come together in this band. They're somewhat of a supergroup. And the first band is Dillinger Escape Plan, who I adore very much. Their bass player, Liam, is the bass player for this band after he had a Twitter exchange with and this is for you, Caleb, the guitar player and drummer for Extol, telling them how much he admired them and how well they played together.
Wow.
And so what they did was they flew him out to fucking Norway and they got him in a studio and they recorded multiple records with this female lead singer, and they are signed to, and I'm sorry everybody, Solid State Records, and they are officially a quote unquote Christian band.
Huh.
Oh,
My
That's-
God.
That's cool because, I mean, I think we're the only two people that maybe even know who Extol is in
Extol is,
the
yeah.
country. I was listening to them this week. Yeah, this is that
No,
makes me
I
like
was
it more.
too.
I'm gonna check it
Yeah.
out some more because I listened to it and I was like, I like this. I want to go find more, but you told me don't fucking look into it, so I didn't. Now
Because I
I'm going
I wanted to tell you. I didn't want you to. So I liked this song, and then later found out about that, and I just laughed my ass off. I
super
just
cool.
couldn't. It's the most random. I love Dillinger a lot, and Extol is something that's from my early youth. That's like the first black metal that I was ever really exposed to, and that was
It was
in the
white metal.
Christian. I mean, no, it's black metal.
Yeah.
It's black. And so I couldn't believe that that was the lineup, that two people, the drummer and the guitar player from one of my only experiences in the Christian black metal scene, and fucking Liam from Dillinger Escape Plan.
It's fun.
I just I lost my mind, and it's a super fun song. And if you listen to the bass work, the bass really keeps up with the guitar very well.
Well, let's move into a bit of
what's next?
that contrast you were talking about.
What's next?
Aladdin by
Oh shit! Wednesday
is it?
Campanella.
There we go.
Yep. This song slaps. This comes from listening to several bands that didn't make it onto this playlist, like Boris, or like Tricot. There's a couple like J-pop or baby metal, even, I guess, a little bit. Like, I really do like J and K-pop quite a bit, and really got into Jackie Chan's discography, just to briefly talk about that. But
How many albums does he have in his discography? Does he? Is
he's
on
got
Spotify?
12. Yeah, but
Jackie
not
Chan,
all
are
of
you
them.
kidding me?
Not all of
Oh
them. are
my
on
god, he
Spotify.
is there.
Yeah,
Oh, beautiful.
not all of them. But yeah, it's like 12 or
That's
13.
beautiful. If you take anything
Quite-
out of
it-
any old heart radio podcast ever, it's that Jackie Chan makes music.
He
Hot dogs.
he and a little girl did I
Talking
Can
to
Show
you.
You the World from Aladdin. And
Oh God.
I've heard that.
Pretty
It's
good.
Is
Yeah.
that this song?
Yeah, no. We have blasted it. Thank you, Nick. No, it is not. This is so if we ever do a YouTube thing, like, I would show you this YouTube video. This would 100% be a video that I'd be like, oh, you have to watch this, and you have to watch it with the CC on, because it's the most directly indirect sexual innuendo song that you've ever. It's about a woman who's going to polish your lamp so a genie will appear,
Oh my god.
and
boy.
and she goes as far as to describe the different types of polishing
Technique.
polishing,
don't-
like
Lubricants.
the
waxes.
different types of
Yeah.
the different types of polishing waxes and lubricants
Waxes.
that you can
Oh.
use. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
So, like,
you-
at one point, she's just listing different things that she's gonna jerk your dick off with. It's pretty hot.
I was
Yeah, but
hoping
how
you were
long
going to
are, like,
say.
I mean, like, how long are you committed to this fucking hand job? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you committed to this, like, to the point where, like, you're gonna spend like
No, no, no.
17 minutes, like,
as long
like
as it
depends
all
takes.
this
on where
buildup
she-
of like which perfume and lube are you gonna like rub on your hands to rub on my junk, or you just like it's
It depends on where she wants to put it.
where
100%. Nobody's
So,
gonna argue.
up your
with the
fucking
answer.
ass.
That's
I
how
did.
long
I really didn't enjoy this track. It was just like too much of a thing.
I love
for
this
me.
song.
It was.
The two songs that I've been jamming all week when I
it
go out
tried
to
to be
work.
too happy, and
No,
now I
it's
see
Spoon.
why.
That fucking Spoon Inside Out song and Wednesday Campanella, this song, Aladdin. Like, those are the two songs that if I'm going to start listening to this playlist, those are where I started at this point, because I've been crafting this bitch for the last month and a half. Like, ever since I sent Nick that fucking Tetsura Yamashita video, which you still haven't told me how you feel about, Nick, and I'm
Get into that.
looking right at you.
Staring into your soul.
You don't have to like it. It's fine. I liked it. City pop's a good genre. So like a month and a half, 2 months, I've been working on this shit. So I started at either Wednesday Camping It. Like this, I fucking love the song. I danced to the song while sitting in my car.
I just put "what the fuck" on my notes, and
Good.
that's really all I have to say about it. And I guess I've already expressed my dissatisfaction with Asian vocals on most songs, but I don't know. I guess the musical track is interesting, but yeah, you can miss me with this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
That's
come
all
in
right.
with a positive opinion then. This was one of my favorite on the playlist. I really dug this one. I thought the mix, the synth tones on it, every last bit of that sounded fucking huge. And then they just come in with these like kind of smooth ass vocal pads and that kind of like soft spoken lyrical style that they have. Really dug it. And then the sexy sax comes in.
I know.
The tasty
I
little
wanted more saxophone on this playlist, but I had to cut the songs that had it, and
I also
they
had
ranged.
to cut saxophone out of my playlist. It's pretty disappointing.
It's so
Guys,
hard to do.
You can keep saxophone in your playlist, okay?
Nah.
You don't always need to hide the saxophone from the world.
We'll do a special. We'll do an only
We will.
saxophone playlist.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
for sure.
I'll take that challenge on. That'd be fucking interesting. All right, moving the
Speaking
fuck
of
on.
which-
Moving the fuck on. Who hasn't given their
Yeah.
goddamn opinions about Aladdin? Okay, who's getting rubbed?
There.
Come here.
I didn't hate it. I didn't
You
hate
didn't hate
it.
it?
It's,
You weren't passionately offended?
I wasn't offended or was a head bopper.
Yeah,
You know,
it has
was
a.
just going along.
It had its moments. It just was too fucking happy at times. I was just like, this is not it. I'm just not into that.
I thought the
Fuck you
beat
have
was
to be
fun.
happy about. I'm just joking.
He's getting like the most epic of hand jobs. That's what he's happy about. Um,
He's just standing there taking it.
the beat was fun. I'm kind of with Jameson on the like. It's not all of it, but there's a certain like tonality that a lot of Japanese vocals have, and I think they're a little pitchy. They're a little high, and I think they're. Sometimes this one wasn't so bad. It was smooth, but
Especially during the chorus, I thought.
for me it was fine.
It's
It was all right.
It's fun.
I would have sex to this song for sure.
Would you have sex to the next song?
Yes.
Ooh, play the sheep.
I have had sex to that song.
Oh my god!
Ew.
Boom! I'm divorced now. Truth.
Yeah. Okay.
so
Arsonist,
this
get all
is
the
like-
girls, play the
This
sheep.
this is the throwback song. This is like throwback to 2013 for me. This is like I think the oldest song on the playlist. This is
Excuse me.
it's that. It's a beautiful. I love this song. I love the record. I love everything about. And I'm not like a huge Arsonist Get All the Girls fan, but I listened to this record for maybe a year and a half, kind of on repeat. This and like Kanye West Twisted Dark Fantasy, maybe just back and forth. I was really in.
Yeah.
I mean, and hence the way that this playlist is laid out. I love this song. It's not the most brutal song on the record, and I think that the rest of the record does go heavier. But I think that this song kind of appeals to like a punk rock thing, because like a minute and a half into it, a minute and 30 seconds, it kicks into like this synth charged punk rock, like and it just goes ape shit for a good minute and then comes crashing back down. I think it's a good representation of American grind, even though it's not necessarily traditionally a grind core. In the same way that like Black Dahlia Murder is an American black metal band, which that's a dumbass moniker for that fucking band. It's just an easy pop catchphrase for this kind of music. It's just an American grindcore band. Boom. When they're basically like a metalcore band running off of the hinges of Horse the Band.
I have to.
I was just gonna say, dude. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, Caleb.
No, get it.
It reminded me of like a less chaotic Horse the Band, and
Yeah.
so like I really enjoy the chaos in Horse the Band, and so like I liked this. It was just a little I don't know. It was a little more like refined than what I expected. Or what I'd want necessarily all the way. I'd like a little more like wildness from it. But overall, I actually did like this track. So
kind of like adding like the perfect, because I was gonna say like I had an epiphany. I had my own. I don't like Horse the Band, and I don't know if I ever really have. Sorry, Rex. And it
I'm
reminded
kind of there with you. I have a very few select songs by them that I am all about, and I will fight
the rest.
over.
That.
But yeah,
like,
no, there's quite a bit.
They
The Nest, though, the Nest is sinless. Anyway, keep going.
That's true. But yeah, it reminds me of Horse the Band. I don't like it. I didn't like this song. I'm not going to listen to this band anymore. The high vocals, the high screams were
Pterodactyl.
So
Pterodactyl.
not in execution, because like they're obviously very talented, but in preference, I thought the high vocals specifically were horrible. The guitar tone is absolute shit. And I like the synth tone, but it's chaos, and it reminds me of Horse, and I don't wanna.
His high
Gavel,
vocals,
please.
Gavel.
I wanna follow Caleb because I think Caleb made some mistakes.
His high vocals are some of my favorite.
I think you're correct that the guitar tone and the vocal tone is trash, but I think the main thing that you're wrong about is the synth tone being good, because it's not.
It's also trash.
The second I heard it, it pissed me off because I knew for fucking certain it was one of those mid 2000s, early 2010s musicians that bought a fucking microKORG and then just used one of the preset square wave leads. And
do you remember?
I just looked up pictures of this fucking guy. There's his microKORG right there. I know. Just use one of the presets on it. So the microKORG is a good synthesizer. It has a shit interface, but it's become a meme because so many fucking bands just decided to buy one because they were cheap. It's got a crazy powerful synth engine, and no one uses it because it's so goddamn hard to use. So they just use the same fucking 15 sounds on that thing, and I knew it when I heard it. And I was like, that sounds like a goddamn microKORG square lead. And it just
I thought it was an
Alesis.
Alesis. Do you remember the Alesis that Zach Rogers had? That like red and silver thing?
Barely.
I swear to God, I thought that's what it was. But it's
He's got an Alesis in this picture right here. He has the Alesis on top. However, I don't know if that's a synth or just a MIDI controller, but his microKORG's down there on the bottom.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying now. That's fucking hilarious. I feel that way about like Post Malone or like these super big pop artists that just release song, like 21 Savage or people that do production on their iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Are the sound engineers that have programmed these programs just sitting there like, oh, that's my sound. Oh, that, or like
They can tell.
Splice, like the Splice that's come out where you can just like buy sample packs from different artists. But like people just sit around and use and reuse other people's sounds that have been used a million times. Anyway, I like that song. What's the next one?
East K, Uruguay, Uruguay.
Oh, fucking Depresión Sonora.
Yeah.
This again came from, so I did Zoe radio. So I did fucking Selena radio, led me to Maná radio, led me to Zoe radio, led me to fucking Depresión Sonora. So this song is about dance. The chorus is literally dance with me until death comes. It's Depresión Sonora. It's depression sound. It is literally a dude who's just saying the most depressing shit he can think of over like New Order-esque guitar driven. It's almost like Rat-a-tat, but super sad. I fucking love everything he's ever Sad-a-tat. Everything he's ever done, I absolutely love. He just released a new song that's kind of hip hoppy, but he ties in with another artist further down in the playlist. It just sounds like drowning in a Mexican river, and it's really hot. It's not
That's
a cold
so
river.
weird.
It's a
That's
hot
how
river.
I felt while I was listening to it. I looked up and it said depression sounds, and I was like, "Yep, this sound is making me depressed."
Yep.
This sounds like a knockoff of the Strokes or Interpol or any one of those bands, and it's just spoken in a different language that I don't understand when I'm already annoyed by that genre.
I love Interpol so much. I don't like the Strokes. I love Interpol.
But yeah,
What about you,
this was
Dusty?
This was a pass.
The
Okay.
dice is rolling.
Take those dice.
It was a little long at 3 minutes, but the first part of it was catchy, and then I was like, all right, I'm kind of over this guy.
Yeah.
I put this one down like the song by Zoe earlier. It's background music. Like same thing. I could play it and just turn it down, and it'd be fine for that. But
It's
that's
like
about
the end credits of our heist movie,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like 3/4 of the way down, and everybody's already left the movie theater.
Yeah, or maybe it's like just happening during the outtakes, like you know.
Blooper screen.
Yeah, the bloopers, definitely a blooper reel.
Somebody slipped on a banana peel again.
But Jared, you said you liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a part of a blooper reel just because I like. I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
blooper reels. Do you guys
Who
remember
doesn't?
those like old like programs? You know, you used to just be able to like TBS would fucking play like all the cop car crashes '98. Like it'd be like I don't know, but
I
they'd be
didn't
set to,
think-
like really stupid music like this would be perfect for 2021.
It didn't make me think of funny cop car crash blooper
Well,
reels.
god damn it!
I'm sorry, but I like where you're going. But I simply wrote down lo-fi shit, repetitive. I'm so bored.
I felt like I could have put like a million other things in place of this, but I chose Depresión Sonora because it's been the most recent that I had found, and it was in Spanish. Most of the shit I find in this genre is Russian, and Russian is fuck. Like, just super Russian, to the point where you can't search for it with an English keyboard on YouTube. You have to get a Russian keyboard and type in these fucking weird-ass, Slavic-ass triangles and shit. Like, I love
Backwards
just sad
R.
boy dance music. Yeah, backwards R with a K attached to it. Like, fuck you, Russia. I love sad boy dance music, and I guarantee you, if you do a seed for a radio station off of any of these tracks, save for the metal tracks, you'll get a completely different like excursion into this weird world of crazy fucking music.
I have a lot of questions about the next track.
Oh,
So
I was-
could-
Yeah, what is?
yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Speaking of sad boy music, Satan is King, right?
Oh, the song rips. Yeah,
By ACDC.
yeah.
I didn't know
Antichrist
ACDC was still
Demon Core.
making music.
Yeah, this is a
I lo-
real departure from their normal style.
I
Finally.
I love Anal Cunt. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Anal Cunt is great. You guys have talked
You
about
heard it
Gigi
here
Allen in the
first.
past. I don't endorse Gigi Allen as a human being. I think he was a hipster and an FBI plant. But I do think that
Gigi Allen's an FBI plant.
yeah, I do.
I mean, we're not dying on this
Yeah, we
hill.
can't go
Okay.
around those weeds right now.
I think he was like a Charles Manson type character where he was like a project of some
Local yokels.
Acid
Local
yeah, local yokels.
We'll do
Okay,
a local
anyway.
yokels on our hot takes on Gigi Allen.
So, Antichrist Demon Core, they came up on a playlist one day or on a radio, I guess, and it's at AC/DC, and I love Anal Cunt. Anal Cunt turns into Anal Trump, which involves another person I love, which is Travis Ryan from Cattle Decapitation. Cattle Decapitation is not on this playlist for specific reasons. I love that band very much. But he has a side project called Anal Trump. Anal Trump is about Trump in the style of Anal Cunt. So just think of an Anal Cunt song and then put Trump things over it.
Is it as
fucking
good
amazing.
as Alex Jones' Prison Planet?
Yeah, it's better. Their top songs are like, so the top song that I can remember off the top of my head is if you thought 6 million Jews was a lot, you should have seen my inauguration.
Oh wow. So my question about
Love this track. Love this track.
my
Great
question is it true cult? And I spelled that with V's, of course.
No,
I
it's
didn't
grindcore.
I didn't like the
Grindcore. It's not
vocals.
I didn't put a single black metal song on this record, and I'll fight every single one of you about that. That's fine. But it's
Oh,
grindcore.
it sounds like there's gonna be a good old fashioned romping this
I,
weekend too.
I, I
I
got
hope so.
some questions.
There's one song that
I'm getting
you might
whipped.
be able
Somebody else
to
has to get hurt.
We'll get there.
we'll get there. Maybe you can call it black metal, but I'll fight you about it. But no, this is not a black metal song. This is grindcore to the T. It just happens to be about Satan, so you want to lump it in with black metal. That's fine.
I like
wait,
the
wait,
message,
wait.
but I
Is-
don't like the song.
Is that a stipulation? Like every song about Satan is supposed to be black metal?
No,
I think
You can't
I
make
think we're
like.
gonna let the council decide that.
I would say no.
I was definitely gonna say that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be a popular opinion, can it? Anyway, okay. Who enjoys
takes.
Satan is King?
Not me.
Yeah,
But I
too
would
much-
say-
too much chaos.
I would say, I guess I'm not the foremost person to put a jar into place on this, but I just put down black metal noise trash for this song. Fuck this
Yes, the
song.
trash. We finally got a trash from JMO.
Trash. I'm okay with that.
Well, who else? Who else?
Did not like.
Yeah.
It was bad song, bad music, bad genre. I do have one positive thing that I thought about, and I just really hope that someone trying to find the actual AC/DC stumbled across this song.
Yeah, that's why I kept thinking, dude.
Like someone's mom was looking for Back in Black or whatever on Spotify or whatever, and she just found ACXDC instead.
I
That's-
really, really hope that happens. Like deep down, and I want that moment.
Wanna
I
believe.
want that. Yeah, no, me too. That's fucking golden.
But then for that person to like all of a sudden get really into it.
Gil, what'd you think?
I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of noisecore. It's
Yeah.
just too much chaos for me.
It's a lot.
It's just too much. You know, it's never been my thing. It's playing. It's fun. I'll give it that. It's just listen to it. I can't.
Okay.
Can't do it.
I after a while of listening to it, I thought it sounded like instead of saying Satan is king, he was saying Satan is gay,
Maybe he was.
and that made it kind of funnier.
Dusty said, I just can't. And that's exactly how I felt about the next song by Toro E. Moy.
Oh, really?
you would. You would.
You would for sure.
Yeah. Gavel off.
They're so. I hope Nick has
get
good
your
shit.
gavel off now, Caleb.
I hope Nick likes it, but he might fucking gavel. I hope
What-
that the synths sound thick.
The
Anyway.
arcs were good. Yeah, I like those. But I didn't think it had a lot of dynamics. And it was just kind of a wall of sound, which I don't hate, but it just didn't grab me by anything. I'm
Fair
sorry.
enough, man.
I get
I'm
real
sorry.
sexy vibes from this.
Oh.
Dude, you could definitely have a good night to this
Mhm.
song. And others.
Just- Especially this. Especially
A
the
whole
Heist
night
movie.
in 4 minutes.
I don't have anything negative to
Jeremiah,
say about
that's
this
an
one.
evening, okay?
My bad.
I don't have anything negative to say. All I can say is that I actually forgot it was on the playlist. This
Ooh.
it's good. The synths sound pretty cool in it. I don't like the arrangement. I think the arrangement does create that wall of sound, and wall of sound is just not something I really enjoy in music. I like it to be a lot tighter and more surgically placed, I guess.
So you're not a
It's
fan
just-
of Phil Spector?
Yeah, it's a vibe,
Noted.
but it's fine.
I really liked this one. This one, after I heard it, made it onto my liked playlist, and so
Hey,
yeah, I liked this one. It's good.
It's good.
they're great. You should check out more of their music. This is definitely not their best song, but
This
it
is
one of.
one of 3 bands on your playlist that I knew of. So
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, I definitely dug this. I mean, I was familiar with it. So many details. They did this cool like a year or so ago. This like they recorded this whole set like in the desert with like
Yeah,
set up. It was actually a really cool like situation. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part. I like the sounds. The wall of sound though does kind of make sense. I can understand if you're not really like into that sort of feel, like why it would be sort of off-putting, because it does kind of just like I don't know. It's ever present. It's there.
reminds me of
Coming
Grizzly
on to you.
Bear. Like Grizzly Bear has a song called "Fine for Now." I believe it's "Fine for Now." Either that or "Ready and Able." I believe it's "Fine for Now," where it just like starts out super lo-fi, indie, very cute, and then it just builds up into this wall of sound. I think I'm akin to, and I think the rest of this playlist from now on, will kind of show that, because there's a lot of noisy songs coming up.
Does that include the portrayal of guilt song that's next?
I really think this is the only song that anyone could convince me is possibly black metal on this playlist. Everything else I have clear explanations for, but this band I can't seem to place. They're not third wave black metal because that's a completely different thing, spearheaded by Poland right now. But this is like an American version of that, I guess. It's like American second wave black metal, I would probably call it.
It's very big sounding for black metal.
They're big sounding for being another fucking three-piece.
Really?
Is it a three-piece?
Huh.
Yeah, that's surprising.
They're a fucking three-piece. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous for how aggressive they sound.
Yeah.
This one was up there for me. Like, I was like, I wrote down nasty as fuck. I thought the vocals were super intense, and it kind of like, I don't know if I'm off base, but I got black metal vibes, and I said like black metal meets Converge.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't
That's
know
good.
if that's accurate, but that's just kind of my frame of reference for it. And this was actually like I'm gonna look into them quite a bit more. I thought that was really cool.
Did you and I ever go through like Imperial Triumphant together?
I don't think so.
They follow a similar path. They're like if you were going to classify them as black metal, you would have to put an avant-garde before it. Kind of like they're an avant-garde, except Imperial Triumphant. I made a whole nother playlist that's black metal, just so everybody knows.
Send it to me.
I'm gonna call in
It's
sick
just-
for that one.
I also made another playlist where it's just white people saying a hard R, which I think is I sent it to Jared.
Yeah.
It's a half an hour long. It's super cute. It's just a little tiny playlist that I just wanted to send as a thank you. But it is a lot of white people saying hard R's for
Wow.
sure.
I can pass it along if you guys want.
I don't know about that.
Wow.
I like the black metal one. I'll take that.
Okay, but betrayal of guilt. Betrayal of guilt.
Yeah.
Okay.
The end of humanity will bring priest to this earth.
I just said no fucking thank you to this song. I'm good on this. Just fucking whatever. I can't take it serious. Pass.
Yeah.
Me, I just said they're not Satyricon, so it's not.
It's a good response.
I was tolerating it for most of it, and then it got to the breakdown with all the feedback, and I just quit.
Yeah.
I never actually heard the other half of this song.
See,
It's
that's
a fade
one of
out.
the parts that makes endeared it to me. Like I liked it. I liked it a bit more than I thought I would. Honestly, like I listened to it the first time and I was like, okay, and then like the second time around, I was like, oh, I kind of enjoyed it more. But again, like it had elements. I'm gonna give it the it's fine. You know what I mean? Because it was great, but it was like in some parts, but it just I don't know. Sometimes it just some elements of the song just didn't hit for me. Like
it fades out like a 90s fucking power ballad. It fades out. I find that a lot of these songs fade out. Quite a few of them, but this
Yeah,
one
I know
is
this.
true,
And I
actually.
hate fade outs.
the
Just
Yeah, there's a
fucking
lot of
resolve
it.
that shit.
Was a
Don't be
wild
lazy.
voice on this song.
Yeah, no, I thought so too.
What about what's the next song? Jank.
I love
What?
I love this band.
About you.
Yeah, I love it. So I'm not like a Midwest or an emo guy. Like I listen to modern baseball and I just laugh. Like I really wanted to be like, this is like, oh yeah, it means something to somebody, but I just fucking laugh. Whatever song Nick put on, like
I'm giving you a high
Graduation or
five
whatever.
right now.
Like I laughed so hard. Like me and other coworkers just openly LOL'd in front of other people.
But
Well, then you
that.
are wrong, sir.
You and your coworkers
so
like this?
sorry.
What do you like about this song?
So, what song is it? I'm
Jank?
What I like
I
about
like
you.
about you by Jank.
Jank's great. They're a good emo band, and I'm not a big super duper fan of like a lot of emo.
Yeah, okay,
Whatever.
But why did this emo band make it on here? That's one of like.
Oh yeah. Their lead singer is a rapist.
Well then,
I dislike it even more now.
God damn it!
They're
Really buried
They're
the lead
great.
there, man.
it's an R. Kelly situation. Are you going to separate the music from the artist? Are you going to separate the art from the artist, or what? So like I struggled with putting this song. I struggled with putting this band period on there, and this isn't my favorite song by them. I just thought it was the best song to fit the playlist. I genuinely thought it would just be funny to put the lead singer's a rapist in a podcast.
Well, it's good. Yeah. Like I don't know who said it, but it gives just me more of a reason to not really give a shit about the song.
That's why
Ugh.
I didn't have any
like,
OJ on my playlist is for that reason.
Does the
It's hard to
Chiefs
be-
have an album?
Probably.
I've listened to every
Yeah,
song
word,
this
there
band
it
has
was.
ever put out. Like they have put out a strong catalog of good music. It just sucks that their lead singer. I mean, how do you come back?
Oh, I thought
from
you were
that?
just gonna
Which-
leave it at it just sucks. Like,
No, it just sucks that the lead singer is a rapist.
oh, that's a fucking bummer. They should replace the singer if they maybe they
Nah.
can change their sound.
That's the best part. Is the lead singer / guitar player that was the rapist? It was the bass player's wife. So
That's not nice.
Oh,
Okay, back to the song. Jesus. I wrote down, and
did the bass
I stand
player
by
stay
this.
in the band.
they're no longer a band.
Oh,
Good, because I wrote down.
It's a hard split.
I'm gonna stand by this even
You
more
janking?
so. I said I fucking hate this whiny emo indie
Aw.
bitches.
Aw.
This was absolutely this one's tied for my absolute least favorite song I heard on the record, and just because of that horrifying story that I wish I hadn't heard, it now by default is my least favorite.
I love this band so much.
Nope.
I wish I didn't, but like they have great songs.
No, they
like,
don't.
I've listened to.
Put down this song was like a forgettable song that it's like a band that I would see at the Grange, kind of like
Oh
a big
yeah.
something that like you would have like a band from Seattle that none of us had really heard of, but would be like a semi big draw. But yeah, kind of forgettable and absolutely forgettable now that the lead singer's a rapist.
Yep.
Totally.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty disappointed because I really liked this song and I was gonna get excited
Right.
about listening to more jank, and now I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I actually really enjoyed this one. It was gonna be an instant add to my Midwest emo indie rock type playlist because
they have such better songs.
Diver and a bunch of. But now
Now it's
nah,
got the jank stank.
it's
So I wanted to use this as a vehicle to talk to you about Remo Drive. Do you enjoy the musical stylings of the band Remo Drive?
I have listened to them in the past. I'm positive. I can't remember what they sound like right now.
So the drummer for this band went on to be the drummer for that band, which is really the only good thing about this band.
Well, I'm gonna go check out Remo Drive, and hopefully none of their members are
There's-
rapists.
No,
Hopefully.
Remo Drive's great. If anything, they do like the brand new approach to it, where they sing about getting raped by women. You know.
Wasn't also the singer of Brand New a rapist? In addition to that,
Everybody just stop doing that.
I think that's why he got kicked out of Taking Back Sunday.
Oh my goodness.
Gil, what do you think?
He was in Taking Back Sunday. Yeah.
He was.
Pop punk emo-y band.
I thought it was good.
The rape is too bad, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I still kind of like R. Kelly's remix to Ignition.
Oh my god.
Trapped in the
Jean's pretty good
closet.
too.
Trapped in the
Trapped
closet's
in
a
that
masterpiece.
but you guys would all listen to Lost Prophets still.
I still.
Dude.
I
no,
just
we can't.
found
Don't
out
go
about
down this
that.
road.
I just found out about that.
Please
I mean,
don't.
I forgot that Lost Prophets had existed until I found this like random article in them.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not go down that. What's the next song?
Speaking
Probably
of,
better to move on.
this is a perfect
Speaking
title
of
to the
Lost
band.
Prophets.
Burning Mirth. Myrrh.
Oh yeah. Burning Myrrh.
Myrrh.
Frankincense and Myrrh.
Yeah.
By
They
full
were-
of hell.
They weren't available.
So Full of Hell is a not black, a death grind band, and they do really good songs like this one.
Be able to call that blackened grind, or is that a different thing?
Blackened grind would imply that there's a black metal element to it when it's really just death grind, when it's just death metal and grindcore merged together. That's why yeah, okay, thank you. I appreciate you, man.
Well, that fucking pig squeal, for fuck's sake. I haven't heard any music with a pig squeal in years, and I just don't need to hear it again for a long time. So,
Okay,
fuck
so
this song.
given that, we talked about dog barks being the coolest, or the second coolest thing to do. Can anybody tell me what the first is after listening to this song?
It's not fucking pig squeals, because Waking the Cadaver did that in like the early 2000s, so it's not cool now.
It's the first thing the vocalist does, where he just does that.
Fucking blah.
Dude, I do that at
That-
work like all the time.
Dude,
Yeah, blahs
is-
are great.
that is top 2, if not the coolest thing to do ever. And that's mainly the reason they made it onto this list.
That's what I did when I heard it, and I was like, didn't hit the skip button.
It's a brutal, like, it's almost like, it reminds me of Behemoth, where it's mechanical and not emotional, where like you don't have this like in American music you get a lot of emotions behind it, but when you do Swedish and Finnish and Nordic type of music, they have almost this algorithm that they follow, and their drummers are like listening to computer programmers to fucking do long code, which is like 0001000101010. Like they just go super duper hard, and this reminded me of that, but like an American take on it. Big,
I thought it
big
was-
fan.
I thought it
They
was really. Oh, sorry.
go ahead. Well,
Um,
they sound they sound completely different now. They did this gross ass black grind, death grind album, and now they're like this weird black rock and roll type of feel. Like it's almost like if Periphery got really into like Marduk.
interesting. I thought it was really
It
scary.
is.
Face.
Those words don't make any sense to me.
I know.
Yeah,
what
I'm
you mean.
foreign to those words for the most part. I wasn't really like all in on this song, that's for sure.
It was scary, but good, and yeah, very brutal. But I thought it was too short. Like
You
I
thought
don't know.
the
Like
song was too short?
I guess it makes sense because it was super intense, but like it was like what 2 minutes long, and I'm like, write another minute or two, please, so we can get like a movement going, some dynamics, like some progression.
Full
and
depth of
It
this.
was already a really long 2 minutes, man.
man, I was you guys.
I don't know. I don't like
I-
to be scared by my music. Unless
I-
it's the
fucking
Monster
A.
Mash.
Oh my god, I eat nails for breakfast without any milk. You guys are pussies.
You're gonna die at 30.
I am 30.
If you eat nails like
You're
that,
gonna
there's a
die.
good chance, man.
Mm-hmm. This is the year. This is your year, Caleb.
Speaking of dying, King Cruel. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, wait, hold on. Not everybody's giving their opinion.
Oh, I'm
on,
sorry. I'm sorry.
I gave
No,
my
you're good.
It was a
I
long
did.
2
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we gave it. It
It
was
wasn't for me.
so
Yeah.
you and Caleb, you're it.
You're on your own with that one, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need
Got
that
it.
style of music in my life. It's not, that this is probably what like Hawthorne Heights sounds like to my parents.
Oh,
To me, this is just
fucking.
noise.
That's spot on. Got it. So, okay, yeah. So King Cruel, love this song.
Dumb surfer.
Yeah. This sounds like. So first of all, the whole album sounds like you're drowning in the middle of a city, like that. There's a lake in the middle of a city, and it's bustling with traffic, and you're just in the middle of the lake, in the middle of a park, and you're just slowly drowning, or like you're in the Puget Sound and you're just swallowing water. But this song in particular sounds like a siren coming off of the beach and shaking her hips at you, but singing like this just you're gonna die sort of song. I don't know.
See,
This song.
I didn't get those vibes. I thought the name of the song was pretty fitting because the lead singer just sounds fucking dumb.
Agreed.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Pass this one too.
Yeah, yeah, don't love the vocals, but the mix was interesting, like you're saying. It was very washy. So I guess the water vibes that's fitting.
It's very
but
noisy. There's a
I thought
lot
it was-
that goes very noisy.
to be fair, I should give it another go, but the vocals are enough to turn me off, so it was kind of just meh.
Yeah. He's a thick accent. He's got a thick accent.
Probably why I couldn't understand a thing that he said, even though he was singing in a low, intelligible tone and just didn't hear a single goddamn word of what he said.
Bet you
Dude.
can't understand the next song either.
This song reminds me of his vocal work reminds me of Proto Martyr, the guy from Proto Martyr.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Good call.
That kind of like lays, like I'm standing at the fucking mic and I'm just gonna say this here.
Yeah.
I dug this song. I was definitely into it. But what is the next fucking song, man?
No, I know what it is, but it's out of
Oh
okay.
Jesus fucking now.
Give
Yeah, I know
Jared,
what it is too.
Jared, if you like Dumb Surfer, I implore you to listen to that. So, like, I didn't want to bare open my soul on this fucking playlist. I didn't want to show you guys what I actually listen to when I'm like fucking needing something.
I
This
told
is
the
all,
hot
like-
dogs you were naked at the beginning of this podcast.
You
okay?
liar.
This is all stuff I
been
use
clothed?
to get. It's all stuff I use to get out of like the headspace I'm in, and every single one of these songs transports me to another place that allows me to get out of where I'm immediately at. And if I really wanted to, I would put one album as far as like what I listen to be vulnerable, and that's like Come Now Sleep by Cities Burns. It's their second record, which is just
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna make you assholes listen to that shit, but like that's why like this song Dumb Surfer comes the closest to that record. That whole album is The Ooze, I believe is what it's called. If any of you even remotely like that song, that album is fucking great. Next song, Autobokeh Beaver, I Hate You. They're fucking great, dude. Go to hell, bro.
Dude,
Go to hell.
I just have
Don't light my
not,
fire.
or not ever
Don't
been
light
into
it.
this music, man. Like
It's
it's
what
it's
I fucking
it's so
love it.
hard. It's so
I-
hard to get into.
I
like-
fucking love it.
I mean, listen, not from I
No, hate
I
it,
don't-
please. Like I get it. I
Oh, I
understand
will.
why it's. Yeah, no, get it. I just think
It's
this
just-
is
it's just
pure
so-
chaos. You
it's
wanted
just-
chaos? I've given you chaos.
God damn it, we've got fucking chaos. It's just so fucking shrill. Like it's so shrill, and I can't fucking like my ears just don't. It's not welcome in my head. Like it,
Yeah.
it just sounds like I don't know. It just like
We haven't heard
constant
from
just-
Gil in a while. What do you think?
Like 5 times.
Yeah,
higher.
Gil.
Oh, I didn't mind it. I thought
Wow.
it was moving.
The best part's that like bass drum part,
Yeah, it just gets you going.
where
Go
there's
go
just,
go 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 to hell.
Asian voice,
Near the end of the
not as
song.
great, but you know, it's gets you going.
I put down high energy, which I mean, I don't think anyone can deny that. Like,
No, the
there's a
energy's-
ton of fucking energy in this song, but it's also distracting and annoying.
I liked it. This to me
I knew
sounded
you
like
would, Nick. I
like-
figured you would.
Fucking weeb.
I'm a bit of a weeb. I'll be honest with you, but that's not why I like this song. It sounded like exactly just my memories of the Beacon Hill Grange. Like it just sounds like this. This is one of the bands that's already playing, and you don't know their name, and you're never gonna.
Yeah, you're
'Cause they're
not
never gonna be
interested,
there
but you're
again.
like, okay, they're up there.
And they're playing just music exactly like this. So in my mind, it was also funny for me because I got to transport like the Beacon Hill Grange into Japan somewhere, and then there's like a town exactly like Wenatchee but Japanese, and all these kids just go to the Japan Beacon Hill Grange.
Well, if I'm at the Grange, I'm gonna walk out when they're playing and go get some fucking sushi
Go
because
soak some cloves out there, you fucking
yeah,
kid.
I will.
You've seen
This
Kid.
This was the one that was tied for absolute last place, and I think sonically it is in last place. I think I wrote very, very Japanese, which, like I said, like it's just like I don't have any problem. I think Japan's super cool, but there's like a singing style and like that. It's kind of like with baby metal. It's very high pitched and kind of abrasive, in my opinion. And I don't fucking like punk. I think energy's fun, but nah, not for me. And it's so fucking annoying. It was so awful. I really, really hated it a lot.
That's a thing between you and I.
Gavel,
like,
please.
You and I have such a similar or at least parallel taste in music. But like we've talked about this before, how I like my metal rooted in punk, and I would take it a bit further, whereas I like my punk rooted in black metal. And you like your metal rooted in prog rock and fucking like this whole other level or echelon of musicianship, where I would just rather be fucked in the face as fast and as hard as possible. Which is where the song comes from. This song comes from like just feeling like a girl is pressing her vagina up against my nose and just shoving it as fast as possible.
This song is a good face fucking, man.
It's a great face fucking.
But it's like
I've got cum on my face afterwards.
But the thing is, like I said, it's just like I don't know. For me, it's just like the music is not what I have a problem with. It's literally just like the sonic tone of the vocal work. I just think it sounds so adjacent with like, it not adjacent. It's like so. I don't know. The music's already like chaotic. There's a lot of cymbal action, like, and so like those vocals just mixing in with that is just like, I don't know.
For sure.
And it has nothing like that particular like. There are songs that like stand out because like it's like sometimes the language does like present a barrier for me as a listener sometimes, but that particularly it's like it's not necessarily like a language issue. It's definitely just sort of like, I don't know, it's just like too much. I want some low end, you know.
No, for sure. I use that song when I want to feel like I'm in a Game Boy, and it takes me right there.
The song made me want to play Crazy Taxi.
Oh my god.
Oh, for sure. And just mow over every pedestrian you see. Yep. Just like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Just that song's just party. Like if I want to start a party, I'm starting with that song. For sure.
Well, where does the next song fit into your party playlist? Girl of My Dreams.
That
the end of the
follows
night.
Exactly. The end of the night when I am about to plug. So this is not my favorite Donny Benet song. This is a Donny Benet song that I thought would not only fit the playlist, but fit a first interaction because it shows his multi-talented nature, not only singing or whistling, but also displays his bass playing in a really nice way. Donny Benet is a bass clinic in himself, and this song is pure sex. It's just, I hope and implore all of you to go and research more Donny Benet because he has more sexy songs with more saxophone. But this song in particular just fucking, it gets you by the balls, you know, and it takes those balls and empties them in a woman.
That's what I put down for this. This is baby making music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured you'd put him on the playlist, him or Thundercat, one of the two.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't. This represents the Thundercat Jerry Paper. Like I have honorable mentions. I definitely have honorable mentions as far as like shit that should have made it on the playlist but didn't. And so these are like the closest representations I could get without like being super obvious. And so Donny Benet is like, yeah, I wanted to put Jerry Paper. Yeah, I wanted to put Thundercat, but he kind of gets both of those things in the same category. Like I would have put Michael McDonald
Oh, no.
and fucking Thundercat and Kenny Loggins. I would 100% put that song on here. But
I mean, if this is baby making music for me, that kid's gonna come out wrong.
did you? Okay, first of all, I also want to say
Boy, right.
I've looked at the last 2 or 3 playlists that have been put out, and my playlist has the best album artwork. And I think that the album artwork for this song in particular is a shining example of why I have the best album artwork. Nick hasn't said a single word about how he feels about Donny Benet, and I'm getting concerned.
It's fine. It didn't really stand out to me. I heard the synth tones, and it's definitely a Yamaha DX7.
I fucking love it. Okay,
Of course.
Yeah, duh.
No, I have a
Obviously.
Yamaha DX reface over there. I like the DX7. It's just like he's deliberately using that because he's going for that 80s vibe. He's got the metallic clangy tubular bells. He's got the pads in there that are just real whooshy, like frequency modulated whooshy pads.
Yeah.
He's got a vibe going. I've heard it before. It doesn't really stand out to me.
What about you,
Reminds me-
Joel?
It reminds me of Tears for Fears, like quite a bit. Like just so much more sex. Just
It oozes.
you should-
It oozes more than Tears for Fears. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, Tears for Fears oozes tears. Donny Benet oozes pregnating, inducing semen for sure.
Strong swimmers. Strong swimmers.
They make it all the way in.
But where does that fit into the hard fucking turn for the end of this playlist here?
Okay, great.
Like-
So I started out with Vulvodynia. So I started out with the beautiful and amazing Blood Cultures, which is my favorite, and I thought of the exact opposite of that, which this band has been discovered within the last 2 weeks for me, and they were on my like watch this now kind of playlist for like at least 2-3 weeks before I was like, fuck, okay, fine, I'll watch it. And I clicked on it because I finally noticed that Oliver Ray Alleron is in the title, and that is Baby Boy from Archspire, which I assumed Caleb would put on his playlist, but Caleb's episode was cut short, so I have no fucking idea what
Dude,
half
I
of this
still-
It's a
fucking
mystery.
episode.
I'm still
Yeah,
so sorry.
goddamn mystery.
The Lost.
So I didn't want to put on any Dance Gavin Dance, and I didn't want to put on any Archfire because I was afraid that somebody else would have already done it. So I put on this track, which I listen to every day for the last like 2-3 weeks. The Billy and Mandy, like the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy synth, fucking kills me. The synth stabs that go right after that fucking kill me. And then Oliver's verse fucking. I think this is like what Cannibal Corpse thinks they sound like. Like this is real, actual horror movie music, as opposed to Cannibal Corpse like fucked with a knife, or like I Come Blood, or like any of those iconic Cannibal Corpse songs that everyone loves. I think this is like real horror movie music, and so I got turned on to this really quick, and I think this song fucking fucks.
I think everyone loving is a pretty big stretch there, and this song is horrible, but how fast he can, I mean, his vocal sequences in there are impressive, I'll give him that, but the song's still fucking horrible.
That's Baby Boy from Archspire. He raps faster than Tech-9, but does it with a guttural that's lower than George Corpse Grinder.
Super impressive, but
Yeah.
besides
Not a
being
member-
impressive, it's not great.
Not a member of the band, if that makes you feel any better. If that guy is not a normal person in the band.
No,
So-
it's kind of fitting that you said that, because I wrote down very fast tech death, chug chug, not too bad, reminds me of Archspire.
How do you... Oliver Ray Alleron has one of the most recognizable
Yeah,
names Like I feel like
I didn't really like. I wasn't paying that like close attention to the the
understood.
features, but I was just like, it was going, and I was like, okay, like yeah. I immediately thought of Archspire. I'm like, okay, it's super like technical, crazy, chaos. Oh, and then I heard the guy. I was like, that has to be him. That has to be him.
He has the best gutturals I've heard in a very long time. They're so clear and so understandable and so like articulate. Like you can hear everything that motherfucker is saying.
I can't read as fast as he does.
Oliver, right. But as far as the other vocalist goes, that baby boy who's just that motherfucker has one of the most concise, clear screams I've heard in a very long time. I can understand everything he's saying. When he goes, when he says a universe of agony grows inside me, like I lose my shit every fucking time. Like I thought this was a banger, and I thought it would be a really good song to close the playlist with.
Did it make Dusty shit?
It was a little
I hope
scary
so.
for me.
Cannibal Corpse's intent. They think they sound like this. They think they're horror movie music. This is horror movie music. Nick
If we were having
hasn't
a
said
haunted
shit.
house, then it would be something maybe to put on.
For sure.
The song I thought was pretty good. I read the title and I heard the lyrics and I really rolled my eyes at that. But the music itself was pretty good. I really like their like the movements of the music itself. I like the chord progressions they were choosing. And one thing that actually really stood out to me, because we've talked about like blast beats being used as like this wall of sound mechanic, and that's not what it was used for in this song. There's like that moment, it was this super staccato technical sounding piece, and not in the same way that I'd ever like heard a blast beat used before. And they did it in just this like right up to the forefront technical sounding thing, and I thought that was probably the most interesting use of a blast beat I'd heard in a long time.
They used it almost like a fill. Like it's almost for just like a transition part for 4.
Yeah,
like it's super quick, and they don't focus on it. It's just like the da 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 da.
And it was actually, it was absolutely added onto that by just the absolutely just precision and that just rapid flow of the vocalist as well. He really added to that little part. Just he made it that really staccato, cool sounding bit in the middle rather than just being the.
That's the asshole from Archspire. Like if Caleb didn't put Archspire on his playlist, I think you should all listen to them. They are very good. They're about to release a new album.
Oh yeah, I'll get right on that.
I thought the song was cool, but the content is just, oh look, another band that sings about horrible things.
Yeah.
That sound.
Did you guys hear that the Irish power metal band that Nick is really into? What's the guy? Irish. What's the vocalist name? Angus McGinty.
Oh, Angus McFife. Thomas Laszlo. He got fired.
Yeah, he got fired. I was gonna say that. Yeah, he got fired. I kind of fell in love with Glory Hammer. I really appreciate you for showing me that band.
I don't know.
To wrap things up, I don't think we've heard from Caleb or Jared though.
Oh yeah, give it a go, boys.
I mean, I definitely enjoyed the guttural fucking tones in this song for sure. And Nick, I really do agree with you about the blast beats. I think it's nice to like have that precision sound, but I think sometimes it's just like it can be used in kind of like an excessive way. So yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a fucking pass, man. I kind of enjoyed it, and like I didn't know that. Like I didn't know who any of the band, the group or the person was, but I was like really fucking impressed by how fast like some of those vocals were. I was like, Jesus. So I don't know. I'll give it a pass. I might listen to it again. Who knows? Maybe. Perhaps.
Yeah, and I mean, I put in my 2 cents. It's super impressive. Reminded me of Archspire right away. Now it makes sense. But it's like, I have to. It's kind of like listening to stuff like that can be a bit of like a novelty thing, where it's like, I really like technical metal, but I like there to be like a nice groove or like something that I can like latch onto like keeping the 4 on the crash symbol or something, kind of like tap your head or tap your foot, bob your head kind of thing. And this is just like, it's chaos, but it's really well organized chaos, and it's really impressive. Yeah.
Oh man, I do agree. I
I'll
kind
take
of.
that.
Like, why do you guys call it horror? Why do you call it horror movie or horror music or whatever? Like, is it just because it's just nasty?
It's like the lyrical content and
Stabby.
oh yeah, no, it's definitely like if you've ever watched Futurama. Futurama, there's an episode where Fry and Bender get sent to a robot asylum, and Fry gets put in a little room with a robot named Roberto, and Fry's trying to sleep, but robots don't sleep, but humans do. And so Roberto's like, stand back while I practice my stabbing. And then he just fucking pulls a knife out and starts stabbing out in the darkness.
Is he the lead singer of Rage Against the Machine?
He might as well be with the way I just impersonated him.
You
He's
sure?
very
Yeah.
close. That's dead on.
It was better, actually.
Thank you. So it's horror movie music in the way that like you can put that over Saw. You can put that over really any horror movie. Cannibal Holocaust would be a prime example because they used early 2000s horrible death metal to go over their soundtrack for their DVD release after they were unbanned from the United States. But like it's horror movie music, especially with the Billy and Mandy synth, and if you watch their music videos and listen to their lyrics, for sure.
What about everybody's favorite, least favorite? What's the best and worst?
Oh yeah, let's do that. I hated every single song.
Not every single song. I would say my least favorite is probably what was that one? Lingua Ignota or whatever.
Yeah, get it.
Like it just wasn't. I don't know. I just didn't give that much of a shit. Like I just like this person. How do I say it? It's like this person obviously feels like they need to get something off their chest. They feel important and they want to be heard. But I was just like, I don't want to fucking hear it. Like
don't make me your victim.
Turn around and shout in the fucking corner, okay? Like you're good. I'm over it. I think my favorite was probably No Voodoo Urubu, like or Urubu or whatever.
Yeah.
Roll the R. Anyway. It was I think that was probably my favorite jam. It was smooth as fuck, and I can always get into like a little light jazz.
But you,
What about who else?
I would say least favorite Lingua Ignota for sure. I mean,
Double down.
Don't need to go into too much detail, but favorite Counting Worms by Knocked Loose.
Nice.
I
Fuck
almost
yeah.
picked
Fucking
that
good.
one, man.
Yep.
It just rips. It's such a
fucking
ripper.
does.
Yep.
All right.
Nick, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop some things on here. This one is really tricky for me because I'm having very conflicting feelings, especially on some of them. But just one that I definitely really liked that I didn't know about was, my God, what was it? Aladdin by Wednesday Campanella. Definitely gonna work them into my routine. But my favorite song, and also my least favorite song, is "Dissect Yourself" by Car Bomb.
Damn you.
It was very strange listening to it in the car because I was actively laughing at it for how just irritating it is in so many ways, but I was still enjoying it. So I was simultaneously hating everything I was hearing, but I was liking it. It was very strange. So
That's fucking rad.
yeah.
James,
What about Gil?
Wait, who's gone?
I went.
Oh, yeah, you
Gil
went.
I'll
needs
say
to go.
this. My least favorite was the car bombing. Just too much. The pew pew pews
What the
really set me over the edge. And it just, I don't know. I just wanted to end it. I didn't want to be here anymore. Nothing against the guy. I'm sure he's talented, but my God, it was just too much. My favorite though was definitely The Way It Was Meant to Be by Blood Cultures. Check some more of them out. They're really good. Also, like,
Please do.
a lot.
Both those bands are amazing, but Gil, Blood Cultures is worth your time. I promise. I've sunk hours into that band.
Yeah.
They're very good. I would also recommend, after listening to their records, watching their live sets on YouTube. They have they do a lot of covers, but they don't. It's not like included in the set list, and so they just like weave in and out of these covers that naturally go into their songs, and they're great. They cover The Knife, they cover Tears for Fears, they cover a couple other songs, but just they do it so fluidly you don't even realize they're doing it, and it's really good. They're a very good band.
Definitely check them out more.
I mean, I have a lot of ties going on with my best and worst. For the worst, I mean, sonically, but also just the rest of everything. Absolute worst are Jank, and
Wasn't that bad?
Oda Bokeh Beaver. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Out of Bokeh Beaver. Yeah.
I don't like all that stuff at all. I just wanted that to stop for totally polar opposite reasons. But yeah. Ugh.
Sure.
God. But then it's another tie for favorite. I thought Knock Loose is pretty cool, but I like Dealer a lot more. I thought they did it better. And then I'm definitely going to check out more of Zusa and Portrayal of Guilt. So I like the heavy shit. Brought some good heavy.
Yay.
That
He
boy
is
about
charged.
some weight. Jeremiah, did you have like an actual like favorite and like least favorite on that list yourself?
I mean, I have songs that I skipped the most when I was listening to it. Like
Yeah.
when I first started, when I first started, maybe a third of these songs lasted. And so whenever I would listen to one of the songs that I started with, I'd just skip over it. And a lot of those songs were like Lingua Ignota, Pixie, Blood Cultures. I've listened to that song a gazillion times. I've listened to that record a million times. But like the songs that I kept going back to, I mean, I skip over Car Bomb no matter what. Like I love Car Bomb, but I'm almost never in the mood to fucking listen to Car Bomb ever. Like they're fine, but like I'm not like, Car Bomb dropped a new song. Let's blast it. Like whatever.
Turn it up.
Yeah, no. I did Wednesday Campanella for sure, but like Spoon is the newest kind of love of mine that I just found. And so I've been doing Spoon like a whole lot, like a lot more than I usually do. And so probably Spoon Inside Out is like my favorite. I replaced a song with that one, and that other song was good, but I think this one did it better.
Fair enough.
For sure.
Overall, dude, this playlist, like, I mean, just up and down, up and down, up and down, wild fucking song after another. But like, it was, I don't know, it was like a lot of like varied exposure. We talked about it, like, it was really cool, kind of getting into some like newer hardcore. Didn't even know I had that, like a bone that can tickle still, but like that definitely, like both those songs did like scratch that itch. And so it's kind of cool to like, explore some stuff like I like genre wise I hadn't in a while, but also like kind of getting updated with. And that's something you're always fucking on, man. You're always listening to like the like newest shit. It feels like
I really wanted to do that with this playlist, and that's why like I kind of did very few like callback songs. I really think the only one is that Arsonist Got All the Girls, and that's like I didn't do any songs back from when we were all hanging out. I didn't do any songs from like around the time period where the estate was popping off. I just did current shit that sounds like what we kind of used to listen to. For the most part, I mean, nothing is ever going to be better than Ohio is for Lovers. Like
Facts.
False.
I don't understand why that song is just always going to be in my lexicon for the rest of my life, but holy shit. Like they're doing music again, by the way. They just released a music video.
boy.
Maybe
Pass.
they just dropped a video maybe like 5 days ago.
Nope.
I think it's worth checking out just based off the
You heard
nostalgia.
it here first.
Yeah. And on that note, we'll leave you with that tidbit, I suppose.
Oh wait, before we go,
Whoa.
A word from our sponsor,
Oh
String
my
Lights.
God.
String lights.
String
Yeah.
lights, everybody.
Yeah, I am String Lights.
Yeah.
and during the break,
I don't-
we heard an exclusive bit of the new track.
Yeah,
Let
during-
me tell
during the
you,
break,
folks, it's gonna blow your gooches off.
Yeah,
I made it a little bit
had
too
one,
metal.
It's
I
got
might-
Blown.
Gotta add bass to it. Well,
You
we'll
gotta add
see.
some bass to it.
Oh, before we go, do you guys want to see? Can I screen share with you guys?
Depends. What's
Oh,
it gonna
God.
be?
Poop sex.
Only the
Yes,
it'll
the
be
hot
the
dogs will love to see what we're
it'll
showing.
be the thing. It'll be the thing I showed you the other night, Bug.
Oh, I think I.
Dick.
remember.
I don't. Yeah, can you turn off the only
Either
the
way,
host
yeah.
screen share?
I just remembered I had to do that, so I'm doing that right now.
Thanks.
Oh,
So I don't know how many of you guys know, but I'm a bass player, kinda.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so I
Nothing's
play
coming
bass
up with that.
sometimes.
I've just seen an
Hold
old
on.
picture of you with blonde hair.
Hold
Glasses.
on. Why are you
it's okay.
guys?
Well, because there's
Oh.
hot dogs listening and they can't
Oh.
see any of this shit.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna stop recording. Hot
Bye,
dogs.
hot dogs.
Good
Wait,
night,
wait,
hot
okay.
dogs.
Pay-per-view.
Yeah, pay for.
Do